You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Welcome, everybody. Episode 200. Man, this has been a long time coming. I am so excited. 200 episodes of Red and Rev and Shelby and Coach, bringing it to you every Saturday for the past, 200 episodes. We got a lot to talk about this morning, everybody. We got the best of all worlds. We got Olympic talk. We got NBA talk, baseball talk, NFL talk, and all of it going down today. We got guest appearances, Red, Rev, Coach, your girl Shelby in the house. We even got Rev Night Nation revved up and ready to start. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get episode 200 started right now. Fire, baby.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 200th episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Give it up, everybody. Yes, we are coming to you live from the
A-T-A-L.
ATL Shout.
All
Give
right,
me
Real. You taking a little slow on that one, ain't you?
because we are real sports fans. Where 3 out of 4 of us were real sports athletes who have real what? Sports knowledge. So come on, hang out with your boys, Red Rev Coach, and your sports babe, Shelby, for episode 200. Come on, everybody, send up some hearts, send up some likes for episode 200. My. We've come a long way, a mighty long way. I sound a little churchy right there. We come from a mighty long way. And it's just good to have this episode. We had it coming. We saw it coming, and it's just been wonderful with this ride. Real quickly, before I play this video to show you how far we've come, Red, I'm going to start with you. Your name is part of the name of this show. How you feeling today about the 200th episode?
I'm feeling absolutely ecstatic. I've been on high all week long. Couldn't wait really to this episode. Like, this is one episode I've been anticipating. I mean, it's just 200 episodes is a real milestone. It's a milestone because, I mean, anytime a show is on for 200 episodes, that's like I say, that's a big thing right there. Something to celebrate. It's 2 bicentennials. So, hey, we got nothing. It's something we all have something to be proud of.
All right, man, and I'm very proud. You and I started from the very beginning, and along the way, we pulled some people with us to join us. I think Coach might have come in about maybe 20 to 30 episodes in. Then Shelby was part of Revenite Nation before it was even called Revenite Nation. And then she's been with us on the latter part of this ride. Coach, I just want to hear what you got to say, man. When did you first hear about the Red and Rev Sports Show? And then what was your feeling when you were asked to be a consistent part of the show?
I think I heard from you. I saw you talking about the show, and I saw the show. And then I remember you called me one day to comment on some topics, and you asked me, say, man, why don't you come on and join us? And that was a while back, and I've been on for the ride ever since, and I've enjoyed the ride, and hey, it's been a part of my Saturday forever.
Well, at least since the show been on.
That's true.
All right, Shelby, we're going to turn it to you before I close this part out. When did you first hear about the Red and Rev Sports Show? Why did it gain your interest? And how does it feel to be a regular part of the show now?
Well, Rev, you and I go back to high school. We've known each other that long. And just start watching. Because what else was there to do on Saturday morning other than watch y'all? And love the show. Revenite Nation. I mean, we kept it crunk all the time. Making fun of Red was part of our every Saturday morning. It's what we did. And y'all asked me to come on and be a guest, and I had a great time. And then y'all asked me to be a regular, and I'm just excited to be a part of the show. And 200 episodes is amazing. In TV land, that would be syndication after the first 100. But this isn't TV, so there is no syndication and there is no syndication money. However, it is fun, and I can't believe that y'all made it to 200. I mean, let's be honest. Did anybody think Red was gonna make it to 200? I mean,
so can I be honest? Can I be totally honest?
What?
I don't know if it had just stayed me and Red, we would have made it to 200. Because one episode, and I was trying to find it, Red made me so mad because you know how sometimes Red can be a little bit moody. Like he could be all the way live, bubbly, and then sometimes you'll ask him, Red, what you think about that? Well, I ain't really got no thoughts about that. So then it felt like I was doing the show by myself. And actually, that's part of the reason why Coach became a regular, because I was like, I don't know, Lord. So, but Coach, and then also we needed someone to buffer when we used to go in about Kobe and LeBron. That used to be like Armageddon between me and Red. So Coach would be the one who could buffer that a little bit. But nevertheless, we made it 200 shows. If my phone did go out, I was going to have some bloopers about how the phone used to ring when we used to do the show in the studio at my parents' home, and the phone would be ringing, and we would be trying to turn the phone off during the show. And then also, I will show how, Red used to be late, but he ain't never been late since we've been doing it virtual. So Red been on time for everything since we've been on the show, man. But I really want to go back to how it all started real quickly for those persons who don't know. Red and I went to high school together. He was a freshman when I was a senior. And I used to look at him post little stuff on Facebook. I used to get a kick out of it. I had to kind of filter out some of the stuff because y'all know Red. He get down and he all out. So I said, you know what? With my detailedness and Red's comedic spin plus his sports knowledge, I said, you know what? This might call for a good sports show. So I hadn't talked to Red since we went to high school. We might have commented on some Facebook stuff. So I hit him up and I said, what you think about doing a sports show? We met. Where did we meet, Red?
Starbucks on Cascade.
Starbucks on Cascade. So, Red said, well, how are we going to do this? So we just started talking sports for literally an hour, just going back and forth. And then at the end, Red said, well, so what you think? I said, I think we got a show. And the rest is history. And we got 200 shows to show for it. So I want to, first of all, commend Red for being part of the namesake for the show, as well as being here for the entire ride. I want to commend Coach, since he's been on the train. He's been rolling with us. And Shelby, we thank you for your support. And now we thank you for your contributions to the show. At least 2 out of 3 of us thank you for your contribution. Red, some days he may do it, but I don't know. But Red, go ahead. You got your Baptist finger on. You only practice it on the show because you don't go to church and practice it. So
you can add all 3. I definitely appreciate Shelby's contribution to the show. The series.
Oh my gosh, we are in the end times, y'all. End times.
Well, like I said, I've discussed Rev previously when we were doing shit about bringing on, having a female opinion on the show. We've discussed that long before Rev Not Nation even came along, but it was like tough because we was trying to figure out, like, are we gonna have somebody like come over to his house on Saturday? So honestly, the pandemic kind of worked out best for us because it allowed us to able to bring more personalities on the show. I mean, it's convenient to where people don't have to get up and actually come to our studio where we filming. All they got to do is just get up and be near their phone or some type of tablet or online platform and just be ready to talk. So I mean, the pandemic probably helped the Red and Rev show thrive even more. So
it did.
And Rev, like I say, I apologize, buddy, man. Like I say, I'm glad we survived those I guess I can go ahead and say my mental health moments or episodes that I probably struggled to get through sometimes. So I appreciate you not giving up on me, not quitting on me, and sticking with me throughout. And like you say, we made it 200 episodes, and like I say, I'm just proud that we've made it through this long, starting from the Falcons. the Falcons was such on a positive note when we started with the Falcons. I mean, they were going to the Super Bowl. We were looking so high for the future of the Falcons. And boy, if you can hear me and Rev's opinion on the Falcons now.
Well, Rev, since you brought that up, man, I'm gonna just show everybody how far the show has come from real quickly with our various platforms. So check this out.
I respect your quarterback, but your running game need work.
The Rodney Dangerfield treatment.
And they still Xerox your whatever they found in your bag to the Patriots.
So let's take care of first things first.
Matt Ryan does not have a high football IQ.
What's up, everybody? We are back at it again. Episode what? 75.
It's still coming up, I tell you.
Episode 181. I'm ready. Let's go. Oh,
All
Coach
right.
Randy Moss was your
Yeah.
number today?
Yeah, that was. Great. Y'all see how far we come? Y'all see how far we come?
Oh my
Man.
gosh, y'all sharing the one camera.
Oh man, we sat so tight, it's ridiculous.
That was hilarious.
I mean,
That was a great
yeah,
video.
yeah, man. I mean, we sat so tight. Thank God Red is much smaller than the both of us to make that set work. To make that set work, man. Because if Red had a little weight on him, we would have been in trouble. We would have been in trouble, man. But you all see, and Red, to Red's point, the pandemic actually did this show a huge solid because of the pandemic where we were able to highlight Revanite Nation and allow them to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
You know, because we would see comments and sometimes Coach would read them and sometimes I would read them. But now they are, oh man, my camera went out.
No rail. Uh-oh. Here come the jokes. Here they come.
Y'all go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So
Okay. Well,
let's
I
read
guess
the comments. Let's read the comments. We got to.
okay.
Already.
Already. Vincent Woodruff. What's up, peeps? VP of Revanite Nation in the building. Happy 200th. Good morning, Shelby and gentlemen from Miss Harris. Lance is saying happy 200th. Cool. Miss Harris, happy 200. Keep on keeping on. Uh-oh, here come Maurice Thrower. Good morning and happy 200th episode. The governor of Revanite Nation is here.
The governor. All right.
I didn't know we had a governor, but
Right.
I guess we do now. Okay. Are these elected positions? Anyway, let's not go there. John Peden, Westbrook trade is not a good fit for our Lakers, Red. Okay, John, we haven't gotten there yet. If you could just maybe pay attention. We're just saying happy 200th right now. Maybe get on topic with the rest of us. Okay, thank you. But we appreciate it.
I'm sorry,
Thomas
John.
Holcomb. At this time, on behalf of Revanite Nation, I shall bestow upon thine ears the deserved accolades of your bicentenary adventure, forsooth. Thank you, Thomas Holcomb. That was a lot of words just to say happy 200th.
Consider where he is.
Joe Black. Hey, guys. Uh-oh. Thomas Holcomb again. In the meantime, I'm starting my upcoming birthday celebration early at the Pachyderm Parcheesi tournament in Death Valley.
See,
I got nothing.
Death Valley.
Well, I mean, it is Pachyderm, so, I mean, whatever. JD Woods, congratulations on 200 episodes. Vincent Woodruff, I had you down as Joint Chiefs, but I'll go with Governor. Governor Thrower it is. Miss Williams, good morning, Red, Rev, Coach Shelby, and Revanite Nation. Congratulations on episode 200. Thomas Holcomb, when is Red not high?
Oh.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, but the shots are being fired early and often. Uh-oh, Vincent Woodruff. Red got a fresh cut. I love it.
Okay.
Thomas Holcomb. So y'all syndication rights? Yeah. 100 episodes is syndication. But
yeah, really.
of course we don't.
200 episodes, we got all kind of TV deals.
We don't have a TV deal. We don't.
Oh man. All right. I'm back, man. I apologize for that. The Wi-Fi, I don't know what's going on. But let's do this. I was about to say, because of the pandemic, Revanite Nation came strong and they became a much larger part of the show because periodically we would just read comments as they were, when we would take a quick break. But with this platform that we use, we can keep Revanite Nation help drive the show. And it's been awesome these past 19 episodes because we started really with this platform, episode 181. Okay. 181. So this is our 19th episode using Revanite Nation. as we talk about Revenant Nation, then we might as well welcome Revenant Nation. So what's going on, Revenant Nation? They're in the house. They have comments. So we're going to put their comments up right quick. What's up, Joe Black?
They get a second greeting after Shelby just greeted them. They gonna feel
they
real
do.
special.
They're an integral part of the show.
What's going on? The Fan Addict, what's going on? Maurice Thrower, what's going on? Vincent Woodruff, Vice President of the Revenant Nation. I think he actually named it.
President. He the Donald Trump of the Revenant Nation.
Well, Thomas got president status. I think Vincent yielded that to Thomas. Yeah, no doubt about it. Sister Williams, I'm glad you're a regular, Shelby. The sister standing up. Coach is the Jam Master J of the show. We're going to show that in just a minute. Watch that. Shelby, our Revenant Nation Speaker of the House, representing. Chris said Red just made this 200 episode so happy. Lance said Red complimented Shelby. Between that and the Delta variant, we are.
Told y'all it's the end times. Y'all better get right.
Call 11, she'll fix this. What's up, Kelly? She was with us day one. She was with us.
Absolutely.
Jerome Case, what's going on, bruh? Thank you so much for the 200 love. Vincent says Secretary of Education, Revenant Nation is in the house. Kelly Kell, so she got some status. Jerome trying to clown on the TV screen. Was the worst and the best at say. See, we ain't had no real camera to be able to zoom in and zoom out. The pandemic, is allowing us to really show our true colors. It just looked like dudes fussing at first.
We had to go back to 80s filmmaking before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, man. My Wi-Fi was freezing up. That looked like a bad puppy. Thank you, Kelly Kell. We say I'm glad that Red made it.
We're all concerned about that. Every week using the car.
Real talk. Me and Coach were trying to figure a way how we can convey that. Like, look, man, that ain't the optics are bad for TV. So we're glad they made it to the basement. That's better than the car. So we appreciate the upgrade. Here we go. Rev got a
great value.
Not great value.
Not great value.
Not Walmart. All right, Chris.
Wow.
Jerome says Shelby is taking over and is giving us better balance. Don't tell her that because that may go to her head for real.
Jerome.
Hey, everybody from Facebook jail. What's up, Joe Black?
I've been in Facebook jail. I've been there. It ain't fun.
Man, you had to go to YouTube to join. I'm glad that you were able to get on YouTube, man. I apologize for what happened last
one
week.
time.
Maurice said, come on, Red. We don't need the Teddy Riley. Not the Teddy Riley special effects. All right, man.
They don't went Berzoo on you, man.
Hey, man, I was the first one with my internet to go down. You all called it. Here it comes. I've laid down the gavel to start the show. Veep has spoken, and Red was doing Derek
Jackson. Oh, Lord.
Wow.
All right. That is highly inappropriate, but okay.
To
buddy.
be fair, that's a horrible analogy, but you're not wrong.
Yeah. Horrible, man.
Jerome said Coach looks hot with that fan.
Jerome, you on one today, I see. Oh,
okay.
Jerome has time coming with the Bay Rev and me.
yeah. Jerome letting his presence be made known with his cracks today. What's going on, Thomas? All right, we're going to jump in, and during the course of the show, we're going to show different videos, different clips of various moments, but we're going to jump into this topic, and everybody hold your breath because no one actually saw this one coming last time this week. And I'm going to try to get the music right. Hold up. Because we had a big trade that took place in the NBA that has some Red and Rev's sports show implications.
It's probably the whole show implications, except for Shelby.
Could not care less.
Because due to this trade, it's messing up some of our wonderful rhetoric and that's a good word, rivalry between Coach and Red. So as I cue this music up, because I can't start the segment without cueing the music up.
Curtis Blow.
Yeah, man. I mean, my technology don't want me make me be great today, man. There we go. I know Vincent would get me if I didn't cue the Curtis Blow music up and try to talk about it. All right, we're talking basketball. Westbrook to the Lakers, man. Who would have ever thought this? So we know that Coach is arguably one of the biggest Westbrook fans in the world. Arguably.
Other than his mama. Other than his mama.
So, Coach, what were your immediate thoughts when you saw that Westbrook is going to the team that you sometimes intentionally hate on, in part because Red is a big cheerleader for that team? What were your initial thoughts? Talk to us today.
Yes, Coach. Talk to us.
You know what they say, you never see it coming. Well, here we go. I never saw this one coming, but now that it's here, and you look at the Lakers, what they gave up for Westbrook really wasn't a whole lot. Kuzma was already on his way out the door pretty much, and Montrezl Harrell, he was all right, but you didn't want him out there in the fourth quarter because he couldn't do much. And KCP, he can shoot, but you look at Westbrook. Westbrook is gonna get these guys up and moving. And one thing you can't take away from him in this thing, he's gonna bring athleticism to him. He's gonna get them guys plenty of chances to get good shots. And everybody wonder, will him and LeBron coexist? I'm gonna tell you right now, for a title, I bet they learn how to coexist if they want to win a title. And it's gonna be it may be just like Brooklyn. It may start out rough, but once they get on the floor together, they started winning. Now injuries got rid of the Brooklyn. Injuries took them out. So, but here's a side note, Rev, and I know you're not gonna like this, but I'm just wondering how could two players? It seems like these two players are so universally hated. It's a shame. Westbrook and LeBron. I mean, as good as they play, it's amazing how people can't stand either one of them. And those guys don't do anything off the court to cause you to hate them. They don't. I mean, but they act like all I've been hearing all weekend. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And they haven't even played one game yet. I'm waiting on them to play a game to see how it goes.
Okay. Real quickly, we chose not to do Dope, Nope, and Cope because we got a lot of videos that we're going to be showing. And then also, if y'all want to come on the show, we want to leave room for that. So Rev did not have a senior moment. We intentionally agreed that we would not do Dope, Nope, and Cope. And I apologize for not letting that be made known before we started this segment. So I'll take the hit for that. But we purposely did not do Dope, Nope, and Cope because we got some more videos that we want to show. All right. And then also, I'm going to show you all the number that you can text if you want to be on today's show. All right. So, Red.
Yes, sir.
First, your initial thoughts when you knew Westbrook was going to be on your team. Secondly, good trade or bad trade?
Initial thoughts, shaking my head in disbelief, utter disgust. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I just don't think I just didn't think it was a good fit. I don't think Westbrook and LeBron styles fit with each other. AD, well, he's injury prone, so I ain't even thinking about him right now unless he can actually come back and play. So first initial thoughts, I didn't like it. I thought the Buddy Hield trade would have been better, or if we're gonna get a point guard, I probably would have held out and see what Damian Lillard was gonna do, because it's not guaranteed that they're gonna work things out in Portland. So if he had became available and we could have got Lillard for that same package we sent to the Wizards, I possibly would have preferred that. So now that the move has been made, I gotta fix my head around it. But I'm no big Westbrook fan, not even a LeBron fan, but I tolerated him. Now I gotta fix my mind to tolerate another player who I never really cheered for. Rev, I think it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a challenge, but I think it could possibly work out somewhat. Well, it better work out now. It got to work out. So, but how? That's when I need my rebel dumbest to come and tell me and to keep me calm and to tell me, Red, this is how it's gonna work out. Because Red, right now, I have no answers. I'm hoping it's working out. I want it to work out. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm sure you're gonna have some anecdotes for me to calm me down and tell me how this is a good trade. Now, if you can't give me no good points on this trade, Rev, I'm really worried. So I guess the mic is in your corner around, Rev, because now I need you to tell me, Rev, relax. This is how it's gonna work for your team.
All right, I'm gonna get to it real quickly. Shelby, your thoughts?
I don't care. I hate to say it, but I kind of agree with Red. Like, I don't like LeBron. I don't like Russell Westbrook. I don't know how they're going to work well together. But at the same time, if you want to win, you better figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. And I feel like and we all know Lakers and Brooklyn are going to be on ESPN every night. You're either going to have a Brooklyn game or a Laker game. Nobody else is going to care about whatever any other team is going to go for. Everybody's going to say that it's going to be Brooklyn and the Lakers for the finals. They're not going to care about Giannis winning. They're not going to care about the Hawks. They're not going to care about anybody else. So get used to seeing only Laker games and only Brooklyn games for a very long time, and we're going to have to hear about it. So if you want to win, this is a time when you pull your big boy panties on and you work together for the common goal of winning a ring. If you don't want to win, then y'all go out there and fight like a bunch of children. But right now, you have to come together. Really? I do watch curling. To be fair, curling is very interesting. But anyway.
Okay, let me try to help
dark too.
let me try to help Red out. Let me try to help all these people. So at the end of the day, this trade is about preserving LeBron as much as possible. They could not run it back with Dennis Schroeder because Dennis Schroeder would not allow LeBron to be able to rest with the team either staying in the game or maintaining their lead. LeBron cannot play 38 plus minutes a game every game. He's not able to do that anymore with his age. So now you got to find the best player who can help him be able to get minutes on the bench. Going into this season, you want LeBron around 30, 32 minutes max. All right. So that's 8 minutes per half that he's sitting on the bench, inclusive of timeouts. So therefore, you can maximize his ability at his age. You're not getting Damian Lillard for Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, and the 22nd pick. Good luck. AD would have to be in that package in order to get Damian Lillard. So the Damian Lillard is just something that you might be able to do on NBA 2K21, but you ain't doing that in real life. All right. So yes, Westbrook is not the perfect fit because he's not a great shooter. But he's a great fit because he can play defense on the best guard on the other team. You need a dog who can get after people. And Westbrook is bigger. So therefore, he can guard your threes. He can guard a four. Like sometimes when the Wizards played the Nets, he would guard Kevin Durant and do a great job on him. So it's a good trade. It's not the perfect trade, but it's a good trade to minimize LeBron's minutes. And now we really won't see the totality of the trade until we see the pieces that are put around him. You got to put some shooters. So they got to have a sharpshooter at the 2, and they need to have another shooter in the starting 5, because AD and LeBron are so-so 3-point shooters. Westbrook is so-so as well. So you got to get a sniper who can shoot the lights out, and you need to have at least 2 of them to be able to play alongside with the Lakers. So really, it's not, we're not able to see the totality of this trade until we see how they fill out the roster. Right now, they only got 4 players who are on the team.
I heard it talking about Gay and Carmelo, Rudy Gay and Carmelo.
Yeah, I mean, those are just filling out the roster, but you can't fill out the entire roster with 30-plus-year-old people who are on their last leg. That ain't gonna work.
I heard Otto Porter Jr. too. Is he available?
Otto might be able to give something. He
Some
might.
names I heard so far. So is DeMar DeRozan, is that deal done now? So that's off the table now, right?
It depends. If he wants a ring, he'll take the veterans minimum. So he has to decide, because he did say on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast, that he's already made enough money.
Oh, okay. Well, then take the minimum, buddy.
I wouldn't mind getting paid, but he said I've made a lot of money. And really, the Clippers are not a good spot, because it's most likely Kawhi's going to be out the whole year.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about Kawhi this year.
So I think the Lakers, since from California, would be the most likely choice.
Westbrook, why people keep acting like, look, Westbrook is not, now, I know I'm not a Westbrook fan, but he is not going to come over there and start all this drama that people think. Hey, look, if him and Harden got along for that season right there, if he didn't start no drama with Harden and the way Harden be acting, no, LeBron is way more professional than James Harden. AD, he is way more professional. Those guys' attitudes are way more professional. Westbrook is not going to have any reason to show out over there. If it's any issue, him and LeBron to go behind closed doors. They already had a meeting at LeBron's house before the trade was even made. So trust me, I think Westbrook and LeBron are mature enough, if it's an issue, that they can go behind closed doors, work it out, and come back to the court and play some ball. Those guys care too much about basketball to be worrying about. Look, now see, Durant got issues like that you got to worry about. I don't think Westbrook has those type of little soft issues to where you got to baby him and work on his. No, man, Westbrook just want to play. I give him that credit to where he just want to play some ball. He just want to play some ball, go on the court, leave it on the court, go home to his wife and kid, take care of his family. That's what he want to do. So
Jump in there,
I don't think Westbrook is going to be a problem. I don't think he's going to come over there challenging LeBron's leadership. I think they all going to come together, be on the same page. Now, is it going to work or not? That's the thing. But I'm not worried about Westbrook having any type of issues in the locker room with LeBron or being some type of drama king or starting anything like that. I'm not worried about that at all.
All right, hold up, Red. Go ahead, Coach, jump in there. You had your Baptist finger up.
I saw where John Peden said they need a shooter like Landry Shamet. What? Landry Shamet? What is he doing?
You gotta forgive John, Coach. He had these off the wall. He just don't like the Westbrook trade.
But he just got traded to Phoenix this last week. But actually, when you look at what Shamet makes, that's actually the kind of player they got to add. Somebody younger, somebody who could shoot. So I'm not going to poo-poo on what he just said, because with the financial factors in place, that actually makes sense. So, but they won't be able to get him. But the thing I'll say about this, I think we need to back up just a little bit. Let's not act like Westbrook is on LeBron's level. I know that's Coach's guy, but they are not walking in the same lane. Okay,
exactly. That's why let's tell LeBron nothing.
There is more pressure on Russell Westbrook making this work than any other Laker because LeBron already has his Lakers championship. So he could leave tomorrow and he already got his Lakers championship. I don't care what everybody had to play under the same.
Oh, there you go.
He can win 2, but if he don't win none, he got 4. And he won 1 at every station. So Westbrook ain't got nothing. This is Westbrook's best chance. And he's home. So everybody, if it doesn't work, it's not going to be on LeBron. It's going to be on Westbrook. So Westbrook got to be on his best behavior.
Rev, I totally agree, but here go that topic I know everybody want to avoid, but I don't. It's the 200th episode. I'm gonna say it anyway. Why is it that Westbrook is just destroyed, but everybody gives a pass and excuses to Chris Paul? I just want to know, and they about the same player, Chris Paul.
Here's the problem, Coach, with your logic. So if somebody were to take you to task on that, and we both know Westbrook and CP3 played on similar OKC Thunder teams. When Westbrook was on OKC Thunder, they were a bottom feeder. They didn't even make the playoffs.
Yes, they did, Ram. Hold on now. Yes, they did.
Okay, they were the 8th seed, 7th seed, and got beat. Okay?
What are you talking about? Westbrook, OKC Thunder?
The last year he was on it. Before they traded.
Paul George.
Where they trade. Now, CP3 takes that same team, even though they got beat in the first round, they were much better in the regular season.
Yeah.
And nobody thought that team would be a 4 or 5 seed going into the season. Then CP3 has a track record in his first year. Every team that he's been on, they improve.
That's right.
Did the Rockets improve when Westbrook went over to Houston?
Nope.
And we got to remember, if it weren't for the play-in playoff, the Wizards would not even sniffed the playoffs this year.
No, they finished 8th. Yes, they did. They finished
8th. Yeah. They did. Okay. They did make 8th. He did make the Wizards better.
Here's the thing. You're right. But we know if there were no play-in, they would probably have started tanking because they were out of it. They were in 10th place for a large part of the year.
You remember?
That's cold, real.
What happened at the beginning? The COVID and half the team was out.
Yeah, we remember.
And how they made their way up to the 8th seed. That's. I ain't saying it's big improvement as Chris Paul. Wait a minute. Chris Paul is the team player. 0 titles. Remember that. Both of them got 0 titles.
But you have to admit, Coach, CP3 has done more as a leader for his teams than Russell has. Can you admit that point?
I admit that, but everybody likes to always point out with Westbrook 0 titles, but they never point that out with Chris Paul.
All right, Coach. All right, Coach. We ain't gonna go into this. Go ahead, Shelby. Close
I have
it out.
my Baptist finger. No. Did you see the breaking news? John Collins expected to sign a $120 million extension.
For who?
The Hawks. According to Dante Armstrong.
For how many years?
You better give us some legitimate sources.
No, we need some legitimate sources.
Yeah, don't just come off your cousin's hot topic now.
That can change later on this afternoon because that's when free agency actually, I think people get to talk in the preliminary stages. But we'll see. We'll see. Coach, here's a word for you, but from Chris Traylor. Coach is a CP3 hater.
No.
Coach about to go on a Mississippi rant.
No, Chris. No, I'm not a CP3 hater. I just look at the fact that he seemed to get a pass because of State Farm commercials. Let's just put it out there.
All right. We're gonna push the pause. We're gonna push the pause button right there. And real quickly, one of the things y'all need to know about the 200th episode, not every episode was at the studio, nor was it online. We were blessed before COVID to take the show on the road with some remote live broadcasts. So here's some clips from when we did some shows at some various places. Check it out.
We're coming to you live, not necessarily from the ATL, but we're coming to you live in Decatur, where they say it's greater. And we're on site, on location at the Green Forest Community Baptist Church, where my classmate, Dr. Emory Berry Jr., is the pastor. We're glad to have Reverend Dr. Emory Berry. Unfortunately, he has the wrong colors on during this segment, but nevertheless,
we ain't even got to our college football.
Yeah, we haven't got into it. Let's make sure he's in here real quickly.
See that right there?
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Well, I tell you, it's an honor to be on the show with Red and Rev. I tell you all, I just love the energy and enthusiasm y'all bring week in and week out. And so we count it as a privilege, just the fact that y'all are here today.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. We normally come to you live from the ATL, Charlotte. But this week we're coming to you live from Decatur, where it's greater, at the Greater Fellowship Baptist Church. Let's give the pastor of the Greater Fellowship Baptist Church, Pastor Stanley Smith. Come on, y'all can do better than that. Let me hear you. Pastor Stanley Smith. Now, you got to sit down in order to be on camera. All right.
When we heard that you guys were coming to talk about sports and to be a part of this great event, and I can say that our level of excitement did not measure up to what you guys have really delivered.
Oh, man, we're
And
proud.
so we are just so thankful.
Here we are live at St. Peter Missionary Baptist Church. The Red and Red Sports Show. Is St. Peter in the house? Let them hear ya. Come on, St. Peter. And we're glad to have the pastor of this wonderful community event here at St. Peter Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Eric Thomas. Can St. Peter give it up for your pastor, the Reverend Eric Vincent Thomas?
I'm doing real good this afternoon, Pastor Harris. Glad to be here on this Reverend Rev show. I know that y'all have been all over the city, State Farm Arena and Mercedes-Benz.
You're kind.
And we're glad to have y'all over here on 1558 Venetian Drive.
All right, man. He is speaking big things in our future. We truly appreciate that vision for us.
The comments, though, y'all are killing me. Red did look like a troubled youth.
Okay. Okay. Coach,
Oh boy.
the graphics are studied. Not the State Farm commercials. Come on. Let's see. Red looks like Coach and Rev are his big brother. Oh man.
Oh man. These some good ones, man. I gotta admit, these good ones.
Red did look like a
He did.
Real.
Feel like y'all brought him along to just show him the way.
One thing about it, Real, they fed us good at those places.
Oh man, especially the one at Greater Fellowship.
Yes, sir.
When we made a pitch about the host needs some food, all them folk came with that food. We ate good on that day. Straight up the Jew.
Oh Lord.
That's when everybody they had like different food at every little station, right?
Yeah, they had the food truck.
Yeah, that was some good eating.
Yeah. Oh man, nothing better than church food, no doubt about it.
You ain't lying.
Yeah,
especially being in the church all day and you finally knowing they're gonna have some food downstairs. Woo! That was worth it. Antioch East Baptist Church. Appreciate that food.
All right. Well, let's get back into some sports talk, and y'all bear with me, man. For some reason, my internet is not agreeing with my laptop on the 200 show, so I'm gonna be in and out of my laptop and also using my phone. But with that said, let's get ready to talk about Simone Biles. She pulls herself out of Olympic activity. She shares that she has some mental health issues going on. She's losing her sense of balance as she was performing this past week, and she had a lot of people who praised her for standing up for her own mental health, and she had a lot of critics. So we'll start. Shelby, we'll start with you. What where do you fall in line? Are you a critic or are you one who's an advocate for what she did? Shelby?
Shelby, you still there, girl?
Mannequin
Oh,
challenge.
Lord.
You're doing the mannequin challenge. Okay.
Yeah. Finally, Shelby speechless. I never thought I'd see the day. I can't believe this. Shelby cannot talk. Woohoo! 200th episode. What a way to celebrate it.
All right, Red, jump in there, man. Your thoughts.
Okay. Definitely an advocate. I don't know how anybody decent or in their right mind could judge this woman. I mean, the price. I mean, as much as this girl, how could you judge? This is the greatest Olympic athlete of all time. Got the most medals of any female Olympic athlete, and they judging her because she bowed out. She noticed she was dealing with something mentally and possibly physically, because I've heard had she landed wrong, she could have possibly hurt herself. The issue she's having is a term that they call the twisties. And from what I'm hearing from that, it's like when you're in mid-air, when you're doing these certain events, it's like you don't have control of your body, or maybe you can't feel your body in some capacity to where if you land wrong or fall wrong, you could possibly hurt yourself. So add that into it, and on the fact that obviously they put a lot of weight on this girl for seeing that she was the face of the Olympics and being at the Olympics in Tokyo, and it's really just been like the Olympics just been a bad ordeal. It's just not been the best Olympic Games. So if she says she's dealing with a ordeal, who am I to judge Ms. Biles? I'm not even in a position to judge Ms. Biles. I mean, if she says she's dealing with something, I believe her. I mean, why would she go all the way over there, get herself ready to compete, then all of a sudden bow out with an excuse? Obviously, she's dealing with something, and obviously we should respect the fact that she's dealing with something, and then jeopardize the American female gymnast who went on to win the gold medal despite her bowing out. So I want to give credit to Miss Simone Biles for recognizing her issue and dealing with her issue without bringing the team down at the same time. Most athletes would have took themselves and the whole team down. She wasn't. She was very unselfish.
All right, Shelby, we're gonna come back to you. You were doing the mannequin challenge when I threw it to you.
Sorry, y'all.
So your thoughts? We talked about she has critics and then she has people that are praising her. Where do you fall in line?
I absolutely support her. She doesn't owe us anything. She's one with broken toes. I didn't realize that one time she was passing a kidney stone. And if anybody's ever had kidney stones, those are incredibly painful. But people who are criticizing her are, let me be nice because Miss Harris is on the phone. These are white males who can barely pick themselves up. You cannot, really, you're just mad because she's black and she's taking control of herself. Absolutely, I support her. When you are in the air, if you can lose yourself, you can break your neck and become paralyzed. We saw a video of Dominique Moceanu, who you all may remember from the 1996 Olympics, when she fell on the balance beam and fell directly on her head. And she had a fractured spine, but she still competed. This is crazy. I don't know why I don't understand. For people who say that she quit, let's be clear. The USA Gymnastics quit on her. It's as if, I love this analogy somebody put on Facebook. It's as if you tell Tom Brady, you're so good, your touchdowns are only going to be worth 3 points instead of 6, because we just kind of want to level the playing field for everybody else. Can you imagine the outcry that people would have? But nobody said a word when the federation said, oh, Simone can't really grade you right. Can't really give you the right amount of difficulty because somebody else might try and they might hurt themselves. If you try and hurt yourself, that's your fault. I'm not going to try it. I'm 44 years old. I'm not going to get out there and try a cartwheel. Come on. We have to praise our athletes, and I commend her for taking care of herself first. She owes us absolutely nothing. Not to mention, She is a survivor of sexual abuse. She's become the face of this entire Larry Nasser debacle. Give her the space that she needs to do it. She doesn't owe us anything. I think she's been an incredible cheerleader for her team. She could have easily gone back home and said, you know what? I really don't want to be here. I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to go home. But that's not what she did. It's not what she did. She stayed and she cheered on her team. She has done more for USA Gymnastics than any other person who's ever been a part of USA Gymnastics. And for people who were mostly white males to say that she quit, why don't you get out there and do a triple axel? See if you can do it. And not land on your head.
Well said. Coach, jump in there.
Well, I'm a kind of slightly disagree when Shelby says she doesn't owe us anything. She owes me some Girl Scout cookies. I bought some from her back in the days. I haven't had them, but we're going to work through that. That's like she worked through her stuff. We're going to work through that. People hear that term, the twisties, and it's cute. Like something that, it's something cute. Oh, I got twisties or something. They think it's something cute. But it is the difference between being severely injured and able to perform at that level. And it happens. There have been times when people have gotten to a point where they couldn't perform and they just didn't do it for fear of possibly getting hurt or hurting. It happened. I'm in the thing of it's done. The girl stepped out because she didn't want to hurt her team, and look what happens. Suni Lee wins a gold in all around. So her teammates just said, okay, she's down, we step up. It's just like in any sport. Somebody goes down, you step up. Simple as that. And that's what's going to happen with the USA Gymnastics. They're going to step up in her absence and do the job. Simple as that.
Well, they did step up.
That's pretty much how Tom Brady got to be famous.
Yeah,
somebody going down, he's stepping up.
They did step up. They got the silver medal. They did a good job. The young lady who picked up Simone Biles slack did a good job. And let's just understand, folk talk about gymnastics being a team sport. Technically, it is, but then there are elements of it where it's not a team sport because some folk were accusing Simone of quitting on her team. The bottom line is it's not like football or basketball, as I posted on Facebook. You could just send somebody off the bench and replace them. In gymnastics, the person has to be fully off, before somebody else can come on. So she actually helped her team when she knew she couldn't perform to her top level. She helped the team by stepping down so that somebody else could step up. So I want to applaud her. And, she's done what she's done. She's proven. And, it's a lot of pressure. Imagine doing things that no one else can do and you're getting graded hard. Imagine Michael Jordan during this era, because y'all do remember when he started his career, a lot of them cats weren't that athletic. They were very skilled, but they weren't athletic. And imagine they said to Michael Jordan, because you can fly in the air and hang in the air and nobody else can do it, you're only going to get 1 point for your basket as opposed to 2 points because no one else can glide in the air and shoot a fadeaway in the air like you can. He's put at a disadvantage. And that's actually what they were doing with Simone Biles, where they can't grade her because they don't have any measuring stick for anybody else doing that before. That's not her fault.
And how is that fair?
Well, and that's part of the mental
problem.
Because she's trying to do extra stuff.
That is ridiculous.
And therefore, it's making it harder for her to perform because if she did what everybody else would do, she would be penalized because they've seen her do things that nobody else can do. So that's
gonna make her crazy.
Exactly.
That is crazy, man. So
And
I
we
heard
have
people
to.
talking about this. I just didn't understand exactly what they meant when they say they were judging her. So these not
Clowns.
smart people, clowns, are actually saying, "Cause you so good, we gonna give you a look." Man, that is
Right,
man,
because of her
I would tell them,
they
take your
wouldn't give
Olympic
her.
games and put them. And you know what I want to say, but
Yeah,
take your
thank you for
Olympic games
cleaning
and
it up.
show 'em.
Thank you. Good. But that's the thing. The IOC, the USA Gymnastics, didn't file a complaint, didn't say, well, hey, that's not fair. That's not right. They just went along with it. So for
That
the
is
people that
BS.
say she quit, USA Gymnastics quit on her long time ago.
Yeah,
We're not
seriously.
even going to talk about Larry Nasser and what he did for all of those years. And I think we all remember when Carrie Strug, now that I look at it, it's a little cringeworthy. But when Carrie Strug did that vault in Atlanta and hurt her ankle, and we were like, oh, she out. And the camera was on her, and Bella Caroli was telling her, no, you have to go again. We thought it was courageous. In 1996, we thought, oh my gosh, what a great American, what a great athlete. But now that we know what was going on at the Caroli Ranch, now that we know what was going on with Larry Nasser, that the Caroli Ranch wasn't feeding those girls during training sessions, that he was abusing those girls, he was grooming them by feeding them. So now that we know that, now when you watch it, it's kind of like, oh, that wasn't as great of a move as we thought it was. So she didn't quit. USA Gymnastics quit on her when she started by letting her be sexually abused. But ain't nobody talking about that. So
But they tripping on Shakira and her weed. God, Lord have mercy.
right, that's a story. But Larry Nasser and the fact that he still owes, I don't know, millions and millions of dollars in restitution. He done spent $10,000 on himself in jail and has only paid his victims $300. Let's talk about that. Let's talk facts here.
That's a good point.
How is he still, man? Guys like that,
he'll never
they can
see the
even
light of day.
survive.
That judge made sure of that.
Yeah, good point.
Man, they're supposed to be so tough. How guys like this, man? Guys like this, you supposed to be in danger the moment you walk in that jail cell. Like, man, I'm gonna be, if I'm in there with a life sentence and I find out some clown coming up in there that done that to these innocent girls, well, I guess jail ain't that tough then. Because guys like that, man, you gonna be sleeping with one eye open if you on my cell block, partner. Because if I know I ain't got nothing to lose.
Red, we're letting
sorry,
you know
y'all.
on the air.
Well, since Red has gotten very heated, we're going to go into some of Red's best moments right quickly. Just to
Here we
I'm
go.
sorry,
have a
y'all.
great segue. But here it is, Red. Some of his best segments right here.
Maybe I should have got.
I'm supposed to go my championship. Why am I talking about other things? I'm the man right now.
You may want to stay tuned for the next slide. That's all. You won a championship. I mean, it was a nail biter, man.
Yeah, it was.
Because if that Saints game had gone the other way, that Patriots Chiefs game would have had you.
Oh,
that was coaching. You would have been tied.
And this would have, I remember you said a few weeks back.
This would have been the game.
There was 7 games left, man. And I was like, I would have been. That divisional week killed me, man.
Yeah, when you went on 4.
Oh, my God.
Go on to the next slide. I can get ready. But congratulations for the NFL, being the NFL Pick'em champion.
Appreciate it. Man, we thought you were going to win all the championships.
Well, since you said it, I might as well bring it up. It looked like I was going to win all the championships. Here it comes. You should have been ready for that. Bucks Celtics?
Bucks in 5.
In 5?
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I give you one game, Boston. After that, y'all been Coach Bud and the Greek.
You have got to be kidding. You have got to be kidding. You have got to be kidding.
5.
Come on, Red.
Don't trust him. Kyrie on his way out. Ain't gonna be no Boston in 6. It's gonna be Milwaukee in 5. Because the Greek Freak about to put it on that wanna be Kobe in Boston. No Boston in 6, okay? All Bucks, all Milwaukee, all Greek Freak, all money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
hilarious.
Now here's one of Red's best moments right here. And this is the sentimental Red that we don't see all the time, but he got it in him. Check this out.
God.
A loss for the sports community. A loss for the African American community. A loss for the American community. And a loss for the human community. Kobe Bryant. Dear Kobe. Kobe, you were a great man. You left a lasting impression on everyone you came in contact with. You influenced your haters to loathe you and your fans to love you. You inspired a generation of athletes all over the world and ignited a generation of sports fans more than you can ever imagine. Your swag, your confidence and style rubbed off on even the most unsuspecting individuals, and your charisma and charm touched all that you embraced. I'm not a parent, but I know many men who are, and I can only imagine the joy to love a game so much and to pass that same love over to your daughter. You gained so much respect throughout the years as you epitomized the phrase, Black Fathers Matter. Sports will never be the same now that you are gone. You taught us all the difference between a guy who talked a good game and a guy who played a good game. Words meant nothing. Wins meant everything. You embodied greatness and passion in everything you set out to accomplish. From a legendary NBA career full of accolades and success to a post-playing career full of poise and promise. MVPs, championship rings, all-star and all-pro selections, and even Academy Awards. There was nothing you couldn't do, Kobe, once you gave it your all. And there was no one you couldn't inspire as long as you stood tall. Stand tall you did, 6 foot 6 inches to be exact. Always courageous, never fearful. Play hard no matter what. Give it everything you got, whatever it takes. Leave it all on the court. No excuses. Rest in peace, Black Mamba.
Man, they're getting teary-eyed over there right now, man. I was looking through them. Man, that's one of his best moments, man. I mean, if you want to see the compassionate Red, you know, he gets real loud sometimes, but he got a compassionate gene in him. And that was actually one of the best moments on the Red and Rev Sports Show. And kudos to you, Red, for that one. I didn't mean to get you choked up on that one. But, yeah, man, great job on that tribute. That was his original, and it was just wonderful. It was wonderful. Yeah. All right, so Glenn said the only thing the late, great Kobe Bryant couldn't do was rap. And Thomas said proper diction, elocution. Who is this, Red Harpo?
Oh my God! Don't bring up Kobe rapping now, Lord. That's about the one thing he did do right.
Well, this is what we're gonna do. We got somebody on our team who can rap.
Oh God!
So we're gonna let Coach his highlights serve as our halftime. Not only can Coach rap, but he's gonna show you some moves for our halftime at this moment. So embrace. Coach is going to be our halftime. His highlights going to give it to us. Coach, thank you for halftime, bro. Here Coach goes. Here we go.
Coach, it's on you.
Y'all want me to rap this thing out?
Oh, you got it?
Give me that beat, baby.
Give it. Here you go.
It is right here. Check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Listen to the music.
How do you do?
Here we go. The Saints are playing in the Superdome. That's the place that they call home. Kamara and Ingram gonna try to run. And we all know Drew Brees got a machine gun, but guess what? The Falcons are ready to go. Ryan, Sanu, and Julio. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be tough, but Tack McKinley is gonna be real rough. Look at the front line. They're gonna get some sacks. Watch out, Fat Saints. You may get jacked. And in the end, watch the score. The Falcons will be looking for more. Falcons win.
Oh, Coach! 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 Red Rev and Coach for one more hour as we talk Super Bowl stories. We break down the teams and positions, the coaches, and then we're going to make our predictions. So hang out with us after halftime for the Red and Rev Sports Show. Y'all guys got anything for us today?
Watch it now.
You got something? I wanted to test your skills, Cole.
Here we go. I'm getting ready. I'm coming now.
I'll be bobbing our heads for a while.
Hey, y'all. It ain't time to go. Stay here. Watch the Red and Rev show with Coach Red and Rev on the mic. We gonna make it good. Everything all right. Watch us now. We here until 2. You ain't got nothing better to do. It's cold. It's raining. You don't need to go outside. Stay here and enjoy the ride.
Oh, yeah! All right, Coach, I like it. I like it. Even though we ain't going to be here till 2. Oh, man. Coach.
Man, I missed them beats right there.
Oh, man. We've been missing out on those rhymes. Because that coach sometimes would get that feeling right after we get out of halftime. Then I would be playing something on YouTube. That's the halftime instrumental. And then it may go into some beat. And then coach would be like, I feel something. And, man, those are some good moments. But I died laughing when I saw that again when you said talking about 2. I was like, we ain't going to be on 2 o'clock. But man, yeah, Coach got some bars, man. Let's see what Reverend Nation, because Coach been talking about rapping. I don't think they knew it. Vincent Woodruff said, your new rap name is C4. Coach coming like one of the Juice
Crew guy, no, not the Juice Crew.
Yeah, rap on, Coach. Bars. Oh, Vincent is impressed. What else we got? URL, look out. Let's go, Coach. Why knuck if you buck? Coach got bars, though. Look at them. They giving you love. Go ahead, Coach.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Excellent. Yeah, we got you, Ma. And then, Coach, watch this one. Jerome, he came on the show to give some comments, man. He taking some shots. Hippity to the hip. You don't stop. Oh man. Vincent Woodruff trying to get you, Coach. You got your rhyme ready? Because they coming for you. You said the 60s.
Now wait a minute, what Coach supposed to go off on somebody today?
Yeah, he was supposed to have a diss rap today.
Yeah, for somebody.
But maybe he's just showing some grace. All right.
Vincent keep firing up. Oh, okay, Vincent.
Vince, you gonna fire Coach up, man? You don't want it.
All right,
listen. Once the beat drop, it's over.
Yeah,
drop that beat for him.
I don't know if it's gonna go well with me playing the beat and him in another room.
Music. Yeah. Shoot, I don't need no music.
Oh, you got some?
Vince.
Oh, you say you don't need no music for you, Vince.
All I said, Vince, you got. Wait a minute, you waiting for it? Vince, don't. You ain't waiting for it. Just do your Reverend Night duty.
He said your duty.
All right,
stay in your place, Rev Night VP.
Coach is about to eat the. All right, let's jump in. Let's get back to some sports talk real quick. Matter of fact, this is a good segue.
Some of y'all have been talking about y'all want to come on the show. We're gonna leave some room. Here it is, man. Send me a text. If y'all want to get on, we're gonna get through all our sports topics. And then we're going to give y'all the opportunity to talk whatever you want to talk in terms of what we talked about. And if you want to say something about the show, feel free. Send the text. Anybody can get on today. 404-402-6605. We're going to do our 5 for 5. Then we got a couple more clips. Then Rev Night Nation, it's on y'all. If y'all want to join the show. If not, we'll occupy the rest of the time. All right. So we're going to go. We just actually started this segment last week. Our 5 for 5. Basically, we got 5 hot topics. Everybody has 1 minute apiece to talk about this particular topic, and we flow right into the next person. So let's get ready for our 5 to 5 topics. And we're going to start. Well, before we start, let me get my time out. Make sure nobody's abusing the 5 for 5. All right. And we're going to start off with the Olympics. This is Shelby's topic, so she's going to start us off with 5 to 5. Red, be ready. You on deck. I'm going straight to you right after she finishes. And Coach, you coming after her. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Go with it, Shelby.
Congratulations to Caleb Dressel, who not only won a gold in the 100 butterfly, he set a world record. Congratulations. Right now, the medal count is USA's leading with 46, but we only have 16 golds. We need a few more. Also, if you saw the women's 100 meter, that was crazy. Flojo's record, which has stood for 33 years, was shattered by Jamaica. Of course, no offense, but I don't think Sha'Carri Richardson was going to beat Jamaica. No offense, but it wasn't going to happen. So shout out to that. I mean, it was a world record. Not to mention Katie Ledecky, a 1,500 meter swim, which was usually only for the men. She won. She made history and she got a gold. Congratulations. USA soccer, well, women's, not men's, because they're not there, but women's play tomorrow at 4 a.m. So Eastern Standard Time. So that means we have to get up at 4 a.m. And they play Canada, and it's the quarterfinals, and we're excited. That's it.
Red, jump in there.
Like I say, good job with the swimming. The Caleb guy that Shelby said, I saw him last night going through my phone. Good job getting the gold medal, last minute split second finish. So good job, buddy. Like I say, much props go out to Suni Lee. Just because Simone had to qualify herself doesn't mean America was out for gold in the gymnastics, and we still won. So we keeping our record going. I think it's 4 or 5 straight gymnastics gold medals. So congratulations on that. Team USA basketball, I'm kind of eager to see where we're gonna finish up at. If Dame Lillard turns into Dame time, we can probably get this thing home. Not really depending on Kevin DeCant, because I know how he show up in the bright lights. But if Dame time show up, we might be able to get it home. As far as any other of the games, I'm not really interested. The relay race, like Shelby said, Jamaica won. Sha'Carri, don't think Sha'Carri would have done it. I would love to have seen Sha'Carri compete. So I guess we got to wait for the next few years. But as far as it goes, good job.
Jump in there, Coach.
I think I was one of the few people, if not the only person, who said that the USA men would turn this thing around and win Olympic gold. And now look at them. They just had another blowout, and they get in a favorable position, and they don't have to play the tougher teams right now, and they get to play the loser of Spain and Slovenia. So the USA men seem to be rounding this thing into the form. The USA women's soccer team, they seem to be doing the same thing. After they got beat early, everybody say, uh-oh. But now they're moving on to the quarterfinals. So, everything that was going to be big time is rounding in the form for the United States, and they'll be up on the medal count, I think, for the rest of the Olympics.
I'm going to use some of my time to retort what Coach just said. Coach, USA lost to France and beat Iran. I don't know. It's my time. I don't know how you talk about it. They turned it around. They just won one game against Iran, and they don't got it. Iran doesn't have any players on there from the NBA. France got all the players, so they 1-1. They play Czech today. Did they win that game?
Yes, they won.
Okay, my bad. Then they 2-1, and Czech wasn't expected to do anything anyway. So France beat them by 20. So we got to hold off on seeing if they really turn the corner until we see them play some real competition, beat some real players who are NBA players like some of these other teams are. But, the Olympics so far has been lackluster to me. Many of the people that we thought were going to shine did not shine. Of course, we know about Simone and her mental health. Then it was disappointing, even though Naomi Osaka was from representing Japan, she fell short as well. My time is up. Anybody want to jump in? I know, Coach, you might want to come at me.
Not really. No, the USA beat Czech Republic 119-84. So they wait a minute. What was that? Go back.
Coach going to get the rap twist. He's so family friendly. He ain't coming at you. He ain't coming at you. But I think Kelly did bring up somebody who has been putting in that work. Katie Ledecky in swimming. Yeah, she's been beasting, and she's been winning gold for USA. She's definitely been representing. All right.
She will be back for 2024. She already said it.
And she's on that. What's the guy's name who won all the goals? Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps. Yeah, she's on that path. All right, let's move on to our next topic. And it is dealing with the NBA draft. You can talk about your winners and losers, anything that surprised you during the draft. Red, we're gonna start. No, we'll start with Coach. We'll start with Coach and then we'll come to Red. All right, Coach, get ready. You about to be on the clock. And 1, 2, 3, go.
Obvious winners are the Detroit, who got Cade Cunningham, who everybody's in love with. But another winner was the Golden State Warriors, who got two guys, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, who are going to be very dangerous in the NFL. I'm not in the NFL, NBA. So, hey, they better watch the Warriors. They slowly but surely, if Klay Thompson come back, then they're going to be tough. Also, the Rockets, who everybody, it's going to take a while for them to get back. But getting Jalen Green with that number 2 pick, and then they picked up some more guys from overseas, they got the needed talent they're going to have to get back in the NBA playoffs. So those teams helped out.
Jump in there, Red.
My Hawks got Jalen Johnson with the number 20 pick. According to Rev, this guy's a baller. He went to Duke, so I'm not so sure. But I'm hoping, because we're not so sure how the Collins thing going to play out, and we definitely need some front court help. So Jalen Johnson's a baller. I look forward to seeing it. And we also got Sharif Cooper in the second round to back up Trey. If both of those picks pan out, my Hawks are looking good, baby. My Lakers didn't really bother with the draft because they were too big slurping Westbrook. Not sure what they got. I think they picked up somebody in the second round, mostly undrafted free agents who say they ready to come in and play for a championship. So we're going to see these young boys talking. I hope so. We got one of them from Gonzaga. I hope so. We're going to see.
All righty. And Shelby, jump in there.
I was impressed with Cade Cunningham being the number 1 draft. He seems very ready for the NBA. Spoke very well. I was very impressed, being that he was a freshman when we only have him compared to is Anthony Evans, who obviously does not speak well. Let me tell you, the biggest loser for the draft for me was lotion. If you're going to wear high pants, I need y'all to put some lotion on them ankles. I ain't never seen so many ashy ankles before in my life. Put on some lotion if you're not going to wear socks, if this is a trend, but y'all need some Lubriderm on them ashy ankles. It was embarrassing. We on national TV. Put on some lotion. That's all I got.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't expect that from Shelby, but I did expect her to give kudos to the number 1 draft pick for being well-spoken. I said, thank you. What's his name?
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham, thank you for being well-spoken, because they put him a lot on camera, and I knew Shelby was going to be right on him. I want to say a sneaky good pick was by the Brooklyn Nets, rather, with Cam Smith from LSU. That boy's going to fit right in. That joker shoots from half court. He has major range, 6'4" guard who can shoot the lights, and you put him with KD, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. That was 1 pick. So that was a sneaky good pick. And like Coach said, the Golden State Warriors got some real good picks. I like the Hawks pick. We'll see what happens with Jalen Johnson. We got to get his mental right because he does have a history of kind of not finishing what he starts. But overall, I like what the Hawks have done. It was a good draft. The Rockets did a phenomenal job. We won't see the rewards of their draft probably until another 3 to 4 years. They're going to be bottom feeders because they're young. They're going to get beat up pretty good. But come year 3 or 4, they may begin to make some noise. And the boy that they picked at number 2, don't be surprised if Jalen Green turns out to be the best player in this draft. I would have chosen him number 1 over Cade Cunningham because Jalen Green has so much more upside. He's much more athletic, and he can do more offensively. Those are my thoughts about the draft. All right, anybody say anything about the draft? Let's see what Revenite Nation talking about. Joe Black coming in late with Coach with the Bars. Sister Williams still talking about the Olympics. Suni Lee winning the gold in gymnastics, 18, representing the USA from Auburn. Indeed, Coach dropped a fresh 8-track.
It's coming. They trying.
He enunciated well, Madam Speaker's right. Those draftees needed some video. All right. Any closing thoughts about the NBA draft before we go to our next topic?
Shelby was right on the lotion, especially some of the light-skinned players. I am ashamed for light-skinned nation. God, how you gonna be light-skinned and have ashy ankles, man? Come on, Shelby was right, man. And I'm so sick of these guys wearing these dress shoes with no socks anyway. You guys got something against dress socks? I mean, get the whole ensemble. Stop being tacky, man. Where is your fashion sense? This whole dress shoes with no socks has never been a trend to me. I ain't never thought that was cool.
Next topic, Red. You started Aaron Rodgers to Green Bay. What you got for us, Red? What you got for us, Red?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers to return to Green Bay. Like we said, look, I told you last week he was gonna call the Packers were either gonna call his bluff, or he was gonna come back to Green Bay. So either he was gonna retire or come back to Green Bay. I didn't think they were gonna trade him. They would have been trading him already. Like I say, and I didn't think it never was about the money. Aaron Rodgers just wants some input. He just want to feel love. The Packers made him feel love just a little bit, just to get him back in camp. He's loved. He's in camp. He's ready to play football. Green Bay Packers, another NFC contender, another year. I wouldn't be surprised if they right there where they was last year, NFC Championship, going against Tom Brady or my Falcons.
Shelby.
This soap opera was worse than the soap opera that was called Texas. It was on back when I was in elementary school. It was the worst soap opera ever. So was this Aaron Rodgers drama. Like, bruh, you need to get some help too for your mental health, because this was so unnecessary. It dominated the media for what we've been talking about this for 3-4 months. It was unnecessary when you were just going to go back to Green Bay. You could have said that 3 months ago. This was a waste of time and money and attention. And I'm glad it's over, but this was horrible.
Coach, jump in there.
Aaron Rodgers did what he needed to do to make Green Bay to force their hand. They knew he knew they wasn't going to try to win. Think they could win with Jordan Love at quarterback. That kid is not ready. And on top of that, him coming back, they bought his favorite slot receiver from back in the day, Randall Cobb, back. So he has a plethora of receivers to throw to. And now he knows, and they know, that Green Bay will be a contender again.
Big ups to Aaron Rodgers coming back to Green Bay under his terms. That Joker showed that he was real through his press conference. He didn't mix any words. He didn't get silent. He spoke directly to the problem in Green Bay. He didn't try to be politically correct like the GM for the Green Bay Packers tried to do the previous day, where he was trying to, love on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers said, I'm not about that love fest because I haven't been feeling the love in this organization for years. And in order for me to be able to play on my terms, I need to be respected. I need the love. Also, I need a contract that is favorable for me to walk out that door if I need to walk out that door sooner than later. So big ups to Aaron Rodgers playing this year under his terms. Yes, he went back to camp, but be reminded he came back under his terms. Anybody got anything extra to say before we see what the Reverend Knight Nation got to say?
First of all, Texas was a soap opera in 1980. It lasted for 2 seasons. I watched it in the 80s. Trust me. It was a real soap opera. It was horrible.
All right.
I appreciate it because I'm pretty sure you knew. I'm pretty sure Shelby knows about J.R. Ewing. So
it was a show on I think it was on CBS.
I'm gonna give you credit.
It only lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you credit that you definitely knew about Dallas. So I don't think Shelby got those 2 shows confused. She knows about J.R. Ewing.
A. Ron is a diva and has always been a diva.
Oh, no.
Landfill Passions was actually the worst soap opera ever. A friend of mine tried to audition for it. Yeah, that was a black sitcom.
Yeah.
I mean, black soap opera. That was horrible.
That was horrible with the little guy.
Yeah.
Little
Oh my
person.
God, that was awful. That was awful.
What did they think Aaron Rodgers was supposed to do? You ain't drafted an offensive player in what, 8 seasons almost?
And the only offensive player that they've drafted, I think it's like their last 8 to 11, one of them, was his replacement.
Right.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. That was totally disrespectful how they disrespected that man. And Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he might be a diva, but I appreciate him not going along just to get along and stating what he needed to state to let everybody know this is what I'm feeling. And I appreciate him also leaving the door open for some type of reconciliation where he said, you know, I can revisit where I am, but right now, this is where I am. And I'm going to do what I have to do to play through this season. So he's being professional while at the same time he says, I'm going to be respected in the process. So I'm going to give him his props.
Rev, go ahead
Yeah.
and say, let's move on after I tell you this. You know, he has an option for an out after this season, correct?
Yes, sir.
The rumor's already out there. He's going to Pittsburgh.
All right. Well, we'll see. I know you love that rumor mill. All right. Last topic. And we'll start with Shelby on this one because she gave us a little bit of how she felt about this last week. The SE. I'm sorry. We got 2 more. I'm sorry. The SEC admits Oklahoma and Texas. What you got for us, Shelby? You're on the clock. Go.
The funniest part of this is that Missouri will have to move to the West, so they'll never get to the SC championship. Number one, they shouldn't be part of it. We could, you know what? Why don't we kick Missouri out and then we could bring the other people in? But anyway, I don't care. I think this is ridiculous. Maybe they'll win a game. They can still beat Vandy because, I mean, it's Vandy. And you can beat Kentucky possibly and South Carolina, but you'll never compete. Sorry. But okay, you want some money. You'll get some money, but so does Southern when they play. They get money too.
You ain't going to be taking shots at my daughter's school. Go ahead, Coach. Jump in there.
Man, you know, this for like just like you said, for those teams like Missouri, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, those teams, the SEC and then Oklahoma and Texas. Texas is only there because they got money and because they got a contract. Texas won't win the SEC. Oklahoma's gonna give up some competition, but Texas, whatever. They perennial, always put them up there, top 10, 12, 20. Next thing you know, every year they end up almost outside of the top 25. Another bottom feeder, whatever.
Jump in there, Coach.
You mean Red?
Red. Yeah.
Okay. Look, money talks and broke conferences walk. That's all it is. I guess the Big 12 ain't got enough money for Texas and Oklahoma. They want to try to come to the SEC. Pure money move. Coach, you're wrong. Oklahoma ain't gonna do nothing. Texas ain't gonna do nothing. You just made it possible for UGA to get in the top 4 because now I ain't got to worry about Oklahoma now because they ain't gonna do nothing but disappear in the SEC. Thank you guys. I'm surprised we got accepted, but now that you did get accepted, welcome to the end of your life because you're no longer a factor. UGA, Alabama. Let's do this.
The brand of the SEC even got better. Oklahoma and Texas are big-time programs that have huge followings. Actually, they are going to help bring even more revenue to the SEC, to bring in the revenue that the Mississippi and the Mississippi states of the world don't bring in, the Vandies of the world. They just kind of got on because they're in the South, and the team as conference needed enough teams to make out a full conference. But now, hands down, Oklahoma and Texas make the SEC clearly the best conference in America. And this is going to be the prelude to super conferences. And as one analyst has wisely stated, this is probably going to be the start of the demise of the NCAA as we know it. And there'll just be super conferences that will be running college football. Any other extra statements before we see what Rev Night Nation says?
Red, you said Oklahoma won't compete. Name 3 teams in the SEC that's going to be better than them. 3 teams.
Georgia.
Okay.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Who else?
Florida.
What?
Florida.
What?
Yeah.
Florida.
LSU. LSU.
They can't even decide on their quarterback.
But still, Coach, they've won a championship more
Yeah.
recently than anybody else. I mean, come on, Coach.
I think LSU's still in rebuilding mode. I think
They just won a championship, though, Coach, in two years.
2 years ago, yeah.
How many years ago? How many years ago did Oklahoma win one?
They
How many
lost.
years ago?
I'm looking at the fact of losing big time, but you lost all your receivers pretty much.
Yeah.
And Burrow.
That happens, Coach. You know, you lose top
but
talent.
Oklahoma has gotten better with that. They've gotten more players. I'm just seeing Oklahoma. Well, it won't happen until 2025.
Coach, they don't have any defense, man. You can't come into the SEC with that Big 12 defense thinking you're going to compete now.
So the SEC play defense every week?
Pretty much.
I mean, not against cupcake teams. There's no reason to. We don't play defense against, like Vandy. Does Vandy still have the girl on the team? I'm just asking just because.
They do. She's still there.
Just because I'm taking shots.
Rev, I forgot. I saw an article where Deion Sanders was talking to the Big 12. I said, "Oh my gosh, no!
Don't do that. Don't do that."
Coach got a hold of Red's elements.
You talking to the Big 12 about? Armani said Texas A&M. Oh my God!
Well, he's going to be coming on the show in just a minute. You know, Armani was one that had to come on the show, so
Armani has to come on the show.
Armani will be on in just a minute once we get 5 of 5, and then we got to feature Shelby right quick because she just showed in that last segment why she has become the queen of shade on this show. As she threw shade at Jackson State, I'm starting to see something. There's a trend. She keep throwing shade at these black.
And where is Kelly? I bet Kelly didn't hear that neither, right? Kelly, you didn't hear that one either, did you?
Listen, my honey graduated from Southern. I will shade him all day. I mean, listen, no offense, but these are money games for y'all. We'll pay y'all.
Let's go. 5th topic. MLB trade deadline deals. Red, we're going to start with you. You got it. Let's roll.
Man, the NL West, oh my God, and the AL East, whoa, man, all these other teams might well just forget it. I mean, because look, you're going to have 3 teams coming out the AL East, and they are loading up. Yankees, Red Sox, and the Rays. You're going to have 3 teams coming out the NL West, and they loaded up. The Dodgers, the Giants, and the Padres. The Braves, you did a little something, but you're going for the division. You ain't got a chance at the wild card. But, man, like I say, the Dodgers, man, I hate the Dodgers, but you got to get this team some swag. I got to be quick, man. Dodgers got swag, man. Get Scherzer and Trey Turner. I mean, the Giants and Padres made move, but the Dodgers just pretty much just say, hold my bill. Watch this move. Red Sox, Yankees, Rays. These are going to be divisions. I'm going to enjoy this race. Braves, good job, but you're too inconsistent. You're probably still not going to make it in the end. Good job, MLB deadline. The most all-stars traded at the deadline. I wish I can talk about this longer, but Coach, jump in.
I mean, Max Scherzer and what's his name and Trey Turner going to the Dodgers. Let's see, Dodgers on one side, and on the other side, you getting those guys. Boston Red Sox probably. These trades are something. 10 guys who were all-stars got traded. 10. Back in the days, all-stars were not traded to other teams. They were kept. But this year, it's 10 all-stars getting traded. Unbelievable.
Shelby, jump in there.
The Dodgers just keep getting better. Alex Anthopoulos, I need you to watch what the Dodgers did. I need you to do something like that, okay? Because they got better. Even though they were already good, they got better. Alex Anthopoulos, just take notes because that's what you do. When you trade, you try to get better. We made a couple moves. I mean, no offense, but the Braves made boring moves. Sorry.
The Braves got to stop with these illusions that they're trying to make us believe that they're trying to compete. You're trying to compete, and you're gonna trade back for a guy that you let walk last year, Adam Duvall. And we supposed to get excited about that? I mean, stop it, Braves. You got to stop trying to play our fan base. And the problem is that they get away with that kind of stuff because we're not engaged. Oh, we upgraded our outfield. We got the same guy we just let walk. Come on now. It's ridiculous. And also, it's ridiculous how the Dodgers can get almost an all-star team as their starting 9 players. I mean, they go get arguably Washington's 2 best players outside of Soto, and basically they are fielding an all-star team. MLB going to have to start looking at some salary cap, but the players will never allow a salary cap. They'll strike before the salary cap starts, but we're going to always have a clear case of the haves, the super haves, and the super have-nots in baseball. And it's a shame what the Chicago Cubs did, where they basically had a yard sale and said, whoever you want, come and get it. They got rid of some young talent, older talent. Ruiz is in playing for the Yankees. Baez is going to the Mets. I mean, it's a shame to see them just dismantle their whole team. Bryant is going to the Giants. So Chicago won't be good in about another 3 years. Hopefully all those prospects they got in return will pan out some way, somehow. All right, any other comments about the trade deadline? We got about 1 minute and 20 seconds.
I mean, Shelby is right. Until the Braves start making moves like the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, dude, we just nibble. I keep saying all these cheap moves. The Dodgers are making boss moves. Braves are making cheap brick moves, man. I mean, come on. Solar, all these moves. What are they going to do in the end? The Dodgers are probably going to win it all because they keep making false moves. I hate the team, but their swag is unbelievable, man. The Padres, you think they doing something with Darvish and Snell that they bought in the offseason. You know what the Dodgers did? They bought in Trevor Bauer. The Padres, they think they doing something with Adam Frazier and Daniel Hudson. What the Dodgers gonna do? Oh, we'll bring in Danny Duffy, Trey Turner, and Max Scherzer. Giants go get Chris Bryant. Man, like you say, Rev, we got the haves, we got the have-nots, the haves, and the super haves. And the Braves, you closer to the have-nots and just the regular haves than definitely the super haves. Got to get better. You need a real owner. Sell the team.
Yeah, you hear that music, liberty, 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 liberty.
Well,
don't finish it off.
We need more music. But once again, as we go back, we see that Shelby, we can deem her as the queen of shade, and we're going to see some of her shade moments. And then we're going to see that she was thrown back some shade in this clip that we see coming up real quickly by her Red and Rev show nemesis. So look at what Shelby did since she's been on the show. And mind you, she's only been on the show less than 10 times. So we'll see what she has to say.
Oh, God.
Maybe once a month. We'll see what her schedule allows for her.
Oh, no, please don't cry.
Red is not in favor.
Someone fall. America's sweetheart. Sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Sweetheart.
Oh,
yes,
man.
I was dubbed that by my friends. I'm just sorry that the fans love me. And again, your viewership has increased. I mean, sorry. I told you.
All right,
one show she already acting like a diva.
Oh,
no,
here we go.
I told you last week that your viewership would increase when you put me on, and I think that's obvious.
Real. Have you checked the ratings yet?
We'll check it afterwards. We'll check
All of the comments been about me.
We might be in cancellation mode.
No, that would be you, not me.
You coach for Jackson State. Who? Let's be real clear. Didn't nobody know y'all till last year. Nobody. Everybody calls
Shelby?
Kirby Smart Kirby. Everybody calls Nick Saban Nick. Everybody calls what? Bruh, what you want to call you? Neon Dion? So they didn't call you Coach Sanders. And move on. You get in your feelings. And again, like Coach said, you were 3-3 in the spring. 3-3. When you win something, maybe you'll get some respect. But right now, you're just a coach of Jackson State. Bye.
The declaration, Red, don't you dare switch up. I got your back. Stand your ground. Will you stand with the other of the those duo?
Of course I am. You know me. I have to.
No. Don't say don't you know me, because you flip flop on a weekly basis.
And
didn't your Facebook say you were going?
Is this my topic or is this Shelby's topic?
Let me get the receipts. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Red.
You did ask me a question, did you, Real?
I did. Go ahead.
Okay. Don't worry, money. I'm not jumping ship, buddy. I can't jump ship, you know, kill my sports reputation. Even though I admire how Giannis and the Bucks have blazed their way back into this series, man. I got to stick with the CP3 and the Suns. I took them. I got to ride with them. I'm not gonna ruin my sports reputation by flip flopping and jumping on Milwaukee bandwagon.
No. I knew you were good. All right, let me go and pull it up now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you for showing us the dirty nails that Shelby has on her head. You need a pedicure, sweetheart. But
that's a manicure.
You need a pedicure too. But
you still coming in. Look at the guns on Shelby. My Lord. Don't hurt us, Shelby. Please, Shelby. Don't hurt us. Don't hurt us. All right. So
man.
Oh my.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe she got that much history in just a short time, man. It seems like those episodes were months ago.
Oh my.
Yeah, Shelby, you still have made you have made a definite impression in your short time on the show.
Thank you.
Hey, when she had, I should have known something was coming when she said that stuff, because I should have known she was gonna hold up that post I made. I should have anticipated that, man. God, she killed me with that one.
Where is Kevin?
Yeah, she got you real good.
I do enjoy having receipts.
Yeah, she definitely has some receipts, man. We're gonna get Amani, and also I think Vince wants to get on as well, so we're gonna get them on. I'm gonna get them the link real quick in just a moment. But man, Shelby, I want to just ask this question since we're here. Oops. Let me ask you a question while we're here. I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
I'm here. Hold tight. Thank you. All right. What made you kind of go after Red when you were in Revenite Nation before it was called Revenite Nation?
It's so easy. He makes it easy. You flip flop every week. Every week. Like, make a decision. I just want you to make a decision. It's just so easy. And it's fun too, because his comebacks are horrible. Like, I feel like you need a lesson on clapback 101 or something. I don't know, but it's just so easy.
Boy, Queen of Shade at it again, boy.
Yeah, man.
We thought you were gonna be a little more sentimental, but what?
No, come on, it's fun. It's fun making fun of you. I mean, like, it's really the highlight.
Maybe you were gonna say, "Oh, I'm so fond of rap. He's like such a little brother to me," or something like that. But boy,
what? Did we just meet?
Rev, so here's something for everybody. Real talk. We thought for a minute, and when I say we, Coach and myself, we saw what Red was trying to do. Red was trying to get on Shelby's good side to soften her up on the show So then they were messing around, seeing each other eye to eye. So Coach and I started getting concerned about it. As Coach would say, I have some concerns. So we literally talked with one another before one of the shows and said, we got to make sure that they get back at odds with each other. And I forgot what I said, but that started Shelby. Red was going to still be cool, but Shelby, that was her way of recognizing, okay, I'm getting too close to Red. I got to make some separation.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, she refused. She just said, forget it. I'm not going to be nice to Red at all. I'm going to keep it all the way live. Because, yeah, she was getting a little soft, especially when we did that show together when it was just us.
But to be fair, we do agree on some things. We do agree on some things.
So much.
We do agree. However, it's not often. It's kind of like, Rev, when you said that, you know, Shelby and Red agree on the University of Georgia because they graduated. I was like, he's not an alumni. He's just a fan. Like, there's a difference. Like my mama's money went to the University of Georgia. You know,
we get you throwing lots of shade. I know, I get it. I appreciate the shade you throw.
It's so easy, and it is so much fun.
And this is what she likes to do.
First of all, and then Revenite Nation doesn't make it any better because then they keep it going.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Shelby have a good time.
I'm watching Jackson State. I see us. It's still a topic. Nobody's don't get talked about. Okay. Stand up for your team.
Yeah, she still stands up for Georgia Tech too.
I just had that impression on the real.
Let's not get crazy.
Well, we're gonna let some folks.
I can still break you in half.
Ooh.
I don't know how to take that. I can take that as a compliment or an insult. I'm taking it as a compliment.
Yeah. Because you lightweight.
Oh man. All right, so we're gonna wait just a minute, but while we're waiting, I'm gonna just go ahead and play a couple of clips of some of my best takes real quick. A couple of my best takes, and then they should be on by the time we get through. All right, here's some of Rev's takes, and everybody remember what side of the conversation Rev has always been on when it comes to Matt Ryan.
Uh-oh.
I shocked that Matt Ryan got this contract? No. Thank God. When I heard that he got the contract, my initial response was, also, my response was, here's a question I'm going to have. Number one, is his arm going to get stronger? All right? He has reduced Julio Jones to a possession receiver, and no longer can Julio be a home run threat because Matt Ryan can only throw a pop-up to get the ball to Julio Jones. That's number one. Second question I have, is his passing going to become more accurate? Everybody wants to talk about how much Julio and Sanu dropped passes this past season. That's correct. But how many passes did they bail Matt Ryan out with his inaccurate throws? Let's put that on the table. We're signing a $30 million contract. Let me move to my third question. Is his decision-making going to get better? Part of the reason why the Falcons lost the Super Bowl against the Patriots with the epic collapse is because Matt Ryan does not have a high football IQ. The bottom line is there were multiple missed calls the entire game, which affected both teams. So, Saints fans, get over it. And we already know the main reason why you all are crying is because you wanted to troll Atlanta Falcons fans saying that now the Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the Atlanta location for the New Orleans Saints. That's all this is about. Because you all were ready to troll with billboards
all week long. And the mighty man upstairs saved the Super Bowl, because I do believe violence would have been the main attraction in this Super Bowl rather than the actual game, because it would have gotten out of hand, because Saints fans were ready to try to troll the city of Atlanta and would have gotten out of hand. So the man upstairs looked out for the safety of the Super Bowl, not allowing the Saints to come marching into the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Out of hand. So the man
Those were a couple of my takes.
Real, you would have been kicked out of so many Falcon groups by now with all those Matt Ryan takes, just like they kicked me out.
Go ahead, Coach.
Real, I got 3 points. Then I know that's one sermon right there. When the 3 points come out, it's over.
Yeah, part of that take, that was what, three years ago, man, and that's the reason why I had to pick up a second team, man, because I am an emotionless Falcons fan right now. I'm not going to let the ill-advised play of Matt Ryan cause me to stress out. But nevertheless, we're going to let Rev Night Nation come on in, and I think I see Vincent Woodruff here.
Vice President.
The Vice President.
Yes,
all right, so we're going to bring the Vice President is in the house. What you got for us, Vincent?
What's up, man?
Oh, that's dope. Vince, that's dope. I like it. I like it. That's dope. That's real dope, man.
Yeah. I can't hear the music for a loud sucker coat.
Y'all deserve that. Y'all deserve that. Thanks for having me on the show. I know at the beginning of the show, I know y'all did a couple things different, but Coach, I'm gonna do this for you. The number 200, the significance of that number to this show, and you had everything to do with it. Back in July 10th, 1821, the United States bought Florida, the land that we know as Florida, from the country of Spain. And how we know you were there? You had your you were signing that. You signed that bill of sale. So that's the significance of the 200. It's nothing but love, man. It's nothing but love.
You think Coach was working when they signed the treaty?
He was right there signing it. He had a little quill pen. He dipped it in the ink and he was just signing it. So that's the significance of the number 200.
Oh my God. Hey, Vic, I bet Coach had real black out here.
Oh
yeah. I mean, it was jet black. Probably had an S curl and everything.
All that. And he even rolled it up and put it in the National Archives. But you know how we do. But Coach, hey, I appreciate you being a good sport, man. We love you over here, man. With you. Red is the reason I even knew about this show. Red is a friend of a friend, and he introduced me to this show. I guess we were probably joking about something, sports, entertainment, how crappy Tyler Perry was.
Yeah.
In his shows, Facebook friends.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey man, we do a sports show on Saturday. Check us out." I think I started checking you guys out late, mid-season, last football season, as Rev would shade Coach COVID season. But that's when I started checking you guys out. I love that. I love the interaction between the hosts, the crew that we now named ourselves Rev Night Nation. Man, I love it.
Vince, man, I got to give you props. You one of the few brothers that I get along with is in the movie game and the sports game at the high level for both of them. And that's why I say that's why we such perfect friends, man, because we can joke around, we can clown each other, we can dog bad movies out, we can dog bad sports events out. And like I say, man, perfect friend for me, man. That's why I had to get you on this show.
Red and I will talk 20, 30 times during the week before Saturday even comes. So we already have stuff that we've even joked about all week long. But anyway, Brother Beige, you keep being the Black King too, just like Coach. Hey, keep doing your thing. Shelby, Madam Speaker, Reverend Night Nation, you represent us well, baby. Hey, love what you do. You representing not only females, you represent Black females. You know, take that, Maria Taylor. You know, recognize LaChana Robinson, Doris Burke. You know, Shelby, keep doing your thing. We love it. And oh, by the way, I would like a #1 combo with no ice, sweet tea, no ice. I would ask for ice cream, but we all know that ice cream machine. And oh, Shelby, stop calling me about my vehicle's extended warranty. It's 300,000 miles. They ain't gonna.
We still have a plan for you, sir. We still have a plan for you.
Call me later.
We still have a plan.
Hey, we love you. Keep doing your thing. Rev. Love you. Hey, First Lady Mama Harris, she raised a solid young man. You know, you're the conductor of this train. You keep this thing going. It's interesting. It's fun every week. Different topics, segments of the show. You keep it going. Hey, you the man. Hey, another Black King.
Appreciate it.
Right with you.
Appreciate you, Vince, man.
You excommunicated our Secretary of State, Joe Black. He did nothing wrong. What did Joe do to you? You excommunicated him. And Red, excommunicated is one word. There is no dash. Not like ex-con. You know, Kelly Kells, she's our Secretary of Education. We can school you on that. But Rev, excommunicating our guy, that's not cool. You need to reinstate him. I had to send him over to YouTube just to be on the show. Come on, man. Come on, you unjustly
Free Joe Black.
Hey,
Free Joe Black.
We gonna filibuster. We gonna cause an insurrection up in this mud. But you need to get our guy back on there. But guys,
we don't want Joe Black protesting now outside the Rev house.
Oh man.
But
hey,
guys, all in all, it's all in fun. I'm glad everybody has a great sense of humor. We jab at each other. That's the uniqueness, the unique quality of the show that I think sets you guys apart from everybody else's. I look forward to this every Saturday. And again, happy 200 episodes.
Appreciate you, man.
I hope that we can be around for another 200 episodes. Hey,
me too.
VP, Reverend Night Nation, I'm out.
Man, great job, man. Give Vincent some love, man. That joke.
All right, Rev, he done opened it up. I thought I was gonna stay away.
Coach got some bars.
Has it come yet? Has it been birthed?
It's about to be birthed now with no music, Vince. Okay. You ready, Rev?
It's on you, man. Whatever you go with.
Has
it been birthed or is it still baking in the oven?
Still percolating?
Hey, Vince, you think you're such a sensation because you the VP of the Reverend Night Nation. You wear a King shirt, but you ain't no best bet. You couldn't even get King on a checker set. You kiss Red and you think you're tough. Hey, man, you ain't done enough. Guess what? While you're doing all that sucking like a Hoover vacuum, I got something for you, buddy. Here we go. Vince, guess what? I'm going to be the man that's going to kick your butt. Watch this, Vince. You will be gone, and this show will have, now you can't call home. Go be a king.
Oh, man. We needed some music with that, man.
You had some moments, Coach. That wasn't one of your final ones, but you had a couple of moments in there.
Wait a minute. Vince said, "Here come the Sugar Hill Gang."
Yeah. Vince came locked and loaded. He won that battle, Coach. He won that battle.
He sat there and had his little 200 show thing.
But the quill pen, though, it was the quill pen for me. that you signed the
Oh
Magnum.
man, yeah,
Part.
like Coach. That he came too locked and loaded. You might have should have saved that one right there, man. Because he came locked and loaded. He was ready. I mean, you knew so he was up to something. We had to side, and then when he just went in on the old jokes with a straight face,
he said you dipped that pen in ink and signed.
like Calvin Candy and Django Unchained, Coach. That's how
I
far he
wasn't
went
ready.
back.
Oh
Dip the
man.
pen in ink. Noop, noop.
Oh man, all right, man. Man, that was classic. Hey, Coach, you already know if we make 300, that's gonna be brought back up.
Wait a minute. Coach signed the Florida bill of sale.
Yeah, Coach, we're gonna bring our body in, man, because I almost bust a blood vessel.
Is that the pen Jack Nicholson was using to kill folks in Batman '89 event? That little feather pen.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I guess the pen is truly mightier than the sword.
All right, man. We're gonna bring your body in. What's up, Armani?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Armani in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Red Coach and Shelby. Man, it's been a long time. I remember when y'all did y'all first episode, man, and it was, man, y'all really have changed the way I think I feel about Saturdays now. You know, I come on the show and you know, give y'all my intake, and then y'all had me on a couple times, and you know, it's been special, man. The bond that Red Rev and Coach you guys have made, and then y'all added Shelby, man, that just put the icing on the cake because the chemistry is there and it works for all of y'all. So I just wanted to come on and say congratulations, and y'all continue to do what y'all do. Coach, I'm gonna give you your props for once, you know, in a long time about that Milwaukee Bucks pick. You called it. I'm gonna give you your props on that. Okay, all right, I see you. One thing I will say though is I still don't think that Oklahoma is better than 4 or 5 teams in the SEC. I don't see them beating A&M. I don't see them beating LSU. I don't see them beating Alabama. I don't see them beating Georgia. I don't see them beating Florida. I mean, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know why they even added them because SEC is pretty much self-explanatory. You know, Oklahoma is not really in the Southeast. Texas is definitely not in the Southeast. But you know, other than that, I'm happy for you guys, and I just want to come on and say congratulations.
Man, we appreciate your kind words, and man, we thank you for being a good substitute. I think you've been on the show about 3 or 4 times, man, and you've done an excellent job those times when you come on, and I appreciate your eagerness to come on. Even though I wanted to play that, I wanted to do a bloopers, and I was going to have you on there basically talking about everything in Dope Nope and Coke that we were supposed to talk about. But I couldn't get to it, man, because also I wanted to do something about River Night Nation and take all of the one-liners that have been said. I mean, because I remember somebody said, Trey, y'all look like a broke version of Elder Bar. Like
man,
I can see that.
I mean,
if we had all the one-liners from Rev Night Nation, this would be too long of a comedy show. We wouldn't even get into sports talk.
It really would be.
And then we would have to include everywhere that Thomas Holcomb has been.
Yeah.
Well,
we would have to start with that.
Speaking of the president of Rev Night Nation, he just texted me. He want in, so I'm gonna send him the link real quickly. Amani, you can stay on if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
you can stay on. Let me get him the link.
Hope we're not gonna see any wild animals in the background, Thomas. Be safe.
You never
now.
know. He was at the pachyderm thing.
Oh Lord, it's gonna be Groundhog Day on Red and Real.
All right, hold on. Before then Lance want to get on too, so everybody want to get on. Yeah. So we're gonna bring the president in first. We're gonna bring the president in first. We're gonna give him his due. So the president is about to come on in just a moment. Then we're gonna bring in Lance, and then we're gonna start wrapping up the show. We're going over a little 2 hours, but man, it's been well worth it. This has been a great show. I'm glad that people are enjoying the show. Indeed. So we're gonna see. Well, matter of fact, we'll see who comes up first. So I sent the link to both of them. Whoever comes up first, that's who we'll bring on first. All right. So Amani, how did you get introduced to the show?
I think y'all were doing some kind of college pick, and my first time on the show was when y'all had picked Alabama to lose to somebody. I can't remember who it was. And I just thought it was nonsense, and then Alabama went out with I thought it was some nonsense, and then Alabama went out to beat them by like 17. I think it was an Ole Miss game. I think it was an Ole Miss game that y'all.
Nah, it must have been Red pick that game then. Red
had to.
That sounds like a Red pick right there.
It was one of those games because we lost to them the year before, because Ole Miss is kind of like our Achilles heel. So y'all thought that they were gonna beat us again, and then y'all had me on again at the championship the week before the championship run that we played y'all in the championship, and then y'all were roasting me saying y'all too fast and y'all too big, and so that's how I got introduced to the show. And then unfortunately I probably would have been on a few more had I not been deployed so much in the past couple of years, but it's been fun, man. I can't believe it. It's a blessing that it's lasted this long, man. But the viewers grew, so I was just like, man, I just hope they keep it going. Hope nobody gets burnt out and tired saying they don't want to do the show anymore, because like I said, it changed the way that I look at Saturdays now. Like, I get excited to be like, all right, I'm about to watch the Red and Red Sports Show on Saturday before football comes on. So it's been fun.
That's dope. That's dope.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, we're gonna bring in the president. I think he's finally taking his seat at the board table.
Thank you for your service, Armani.
Yes,
yeah,
thank you for your
indeed.
service.
No doubt. Yeah, thank you for your service, man. President.
What's the deal, Reverend Nation?
What's going on, Mr. President?
Hey, if you're looking for wild animals right now, check this out. I got my falcon, got my Braves, got a bulldog.
Yeah. That's exactly what you be. Wild animals in your little bedroom. I knew you were. I'm gonna find that book you got, Thomas.
Hey.
Oh Lord.
That's my library back there.
I see. Yeah. You see all those resources he got, y'all, that come up with these cities and these little events.
Look at, man. Thomas and I go way back to Wheat Street Baptist Church when we were teenagers, man. And
y'all know each other?
Yeah, man. We went to Wheat Street together. His family, his grandmother was a member of my dad's church. And he and his brother used to sing in my sister's choir. And actually, truth be told, Thomas can sing. He got a little voice on. He got a little voice on.
Man.
We used to
give us a couple of vibes of verses, man.
But seriously, yes, sir. What you got?
When you said Rolling Fork, Mississippi, I almost died because there is actually a Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
Exactly.
Oh, you know, Coach.
But on a serious note, like I said, Mike and his family came to Wheat Street at 89, and I joined in 1990 under the late great Reverend Dr. Michael Neely Harris, and great, wonderful family. His Mother Sylvia Harris, I think she's still on. And I tell you what, if you had not had the chance to hear her sing, oh my God, that was a musical treat that was pleasing to the ear. And we've always known Mike was a big sports guy, and I think a lot of us knew it was a matter of time before he went into the ministry. I remember his dad made a sermon called "Don't Fight the Feeling," and I think that Mike was doing that back in the day, but eventually he came around, and I'm just so proud of him, of this show. Great man, excellent father. You can see it through his daughter, and he all around great person. And with this platform, you guys lasted longer than Knight Rider.
Like you not.
Oh man.
I mean, you lasted longer than most television shows, and
Yeah,
but
200 episodes. Yeah,
Night Rider only had 90, so you did good.
we lasted longer than Cosby.
Yeah. But what I like about this show, the breadth and the depth of knowledge from everybody involved. Like I said, I already knew what Mike brought to the table. He's a big sports guy. I just hate the fact that the my first year at Tuskegee and his team, when we played for Morehouse, played in the old gym because our arena was going through the renovations, and he by himself put a whooping on us, and I was not happy about that. But it is.
How many points did Rev score?
About 20 something.
At least.
Yeah.
He out there, mumble mentality. They're just stroking it, hot dogging it.
Killed it by himself. But that's the sports guy in him. But like I said, the breadth and depth of knowledge that this show brings, probably better than some of the stuff that I've watched on TV. Because most guys get on there and just spit out stuff just for reaction. But what Rev has to say, there's a thought and a reasoning behind it. And with the addition of the rest of y'all, you just made the show what it is. And I know, Coach, I know we pick on you about being the old guy of the show, but truth be told, I'm probably not too far behind you. But the best part about being older is I've been in Atlanta since 1980. And
my birth year.
And youngin.
You know what? It wasn't time for that.
The best part, a little bit older, that I had a chance to see a lot of great athletes live in their prime. So while most folks can only see it through tape and other venues, I had a chance to see it live. And even down here in Atlanta, when we had the Atlanta Flames hockey team, I followed them. So by the time most of you came around, they were already gone. And I like Shelby. She adds a nice balance to the whole show. And the way her and Red go at each other, it's hilarious.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, man.
Number 6 with a Diet Coke. Thank you.
I'm sorry, the Coke machine. We don't have any ice. We're out of ice.
Real quickly, man, we're gonna bring Lance in. That Thomas wants in real quickly. So help us understand how you come up with these names all through your books.
Now, truth be told, when I was in now just to give a little background, now when Mike and I were in church together, we literally, there was a core group that did everything together. If we weren't singing, we were in the chanters. If we weren't in the chanters, we were ushers. You name it, we did. But the biggest thing that we had, and big shout out to the late Royaline Hollis, she would gather a group of us, and we have the annual, we had a Bible competition in Toccoa, Georgia. So we would go up there and we had to memorize certain things, and we go through and I see different city names, and then I got into high school, got onto the academic team. My specialty was things about things that people didn't really care about. So I'd look up weird city names, things of that nature, and it always stuck with me. So so a lot of people like, Thomas, are those real cities? Yeah, go look them up. They're actually
Wow.
It's stuck with you like a magnet, I see.
No, Power Mexico. Look it up.
Well, man, I've always appreciated Thomas because he's balanced, but he's a very brilliant guy, very smart guy. He's always been smart. He's always been like a little genius. And it's always a fresh breath there when you talk to him, because the one thing about him, he's comical with his brilliance, but then also he has a level of sincerity to him, which makes him be fun around. And then he kind of keeps everything light. So, man, I truly appreciate you bringing your spirit to the Revanite Nation. Man, it's crazy how you all have just been a centerpiece for the show, especially since we've been on StreamYard. And I just hate that we didn't have this available well in advance, because the show would be been even better if you all had been more part of the show like you all now are now a lot earlier, man. But thank you so much, man. Send my love to your family. Tell Tony I said hello, man. And thanks again for representing as the president of the Rev Ignite Nation. Come on, let's show. Go ahead.
And Shelby, y'all have to watch out for her. She'll steal your wallet and help you look for it.
I know of nothing. I know nothing.
Oh my goodness, man. Thanks, Thomas, man. Take care. Give it up for the president of Rev Ignite Nation. Much love to you, Thomas. Man, that's good, man. Lance is here. Let's bring on Lance, and then we're going to start wrapping it up. Brother Lance.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up?
What's going on?
Man, I discovered this show. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting a lot because I didn't know any of you except for Shelby before this. But man, I love the show. I had to get on here and show my props, and give you guys the proper respect. And actually, knowing some of y'all now outside of the show, Red tags me on almost everything. And of course, Rev and I, of course, Rev's daughter goes to Southern, the great Southern University Agricultural and Mechanical College, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, of which I am an esteemed alumnus of. But the interaction, the show, real sports fans, real sports knowledge, and the interaction, I look forward to Saturday mornings, So I just, like I said, had to get on here. At first I wasn't, but I was like, nah, I got to get on here and say something.
Well, man, we appreciate you joining us. We appreciate the kind words. Man, we like what you add to Rev Ignite Nation. You got you know how to clown, but then you also bring substance to the table. And I think that's one thing that I enjoy most about the show is that we have humor, but there's substance. You got a lot of shows that may have humor, but lack the substance. And I love the balance. And then also I like the fact that you all can take jabs as y'all give jabs. And that's what makes it fun. Nobody takes it personal on most Saturdays. We've had a couple of Saturdays where it went down for a couple of times, but on most Saturdays, we never take it personal.
Yeah. Hey, Rev, you mind if I show a couple things real quick here?
Go ahead, man. I'm going to put you
all right.
on.
All right. So Red will love this. Got this, found it on eBay a long time ago before the man died. So, of course, it's worth way more now than I paid for it, but good old Kobe Bryant.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And we're talking about real sports fans, real sports knowledge. I know one person on the show wasn't an athlete, but I have my golf trophy, so I qualify as a sports athlete at least sometimes. And also, Shelby knows this. Shelby knows this already as well. But in reality, I do claims, but in my heart, I'm a writer. So my wife and I did write a book available on Amazon. Just search for my name, and that's all I got.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Lance.
Yeah.
You know one of my former students, and I didn't even know that, Ryan Williams.
Oh yeah, Ryan Williams. Yeah, because SWAC connection. We were on a bunch of SWAC websites together, message boards. She, her and her husband. I know she went to Alcorn. He went to Mississippi Valley State, so that's our connection there. Yeah.
Okay.
And I also know her cousin. Her cousin's my soror. I'm a mighty man of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I serve as a Georgia State parliamentarian, which is one of many positions I've served on. But her cousin's my soror. She's a Zeta. So
okay.
Coach, you couldn't ask that question off air. I'm just playing with you.
I'm about to see. You know how much stuff should have been off air on this show? Come on, man. You know how many
Half
questions
of what
been
Red
asked on
says should
how
be
many
off
questions
air.
and statements should have been.
No doubt. Well, man, thanks for showing your sports paraphernalia with us, man. That's a dope. I know. Rev probably gonna try to text you to get that Kobe card from.
No, we're armed and dangerous over here. So yeah.
What's your address again, Glenn?
Oh no, you can find my address, but ain't damn thing gonna happen. I'm sorry, Rev, but ain't nothing gonna happen.
What time? What time do you go to sleep, Lance?
Off the rails
Red,
now.
You don't want to go there.
Off the rails.
I'm a nocturnal being, man. So yeah,
I think Lance,
Show's going off the rails.
I think Lance, in other words, said, Red, you don't want to go to that address try to get something.
Hey, remember, Red, I'm originally from Inglewood, man. You don't want to do it.
Hey, man, I stayed in Inglewood for a couple of years.
Red,
I lived in Cali for 4 years.
Red.
All right, man. Well, Lance, thanks so much for joining in. Thanks so much for joining us. Give it up for Lance, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, thanks. We're going to have you on again, man. Take care now.
All right.
All right. Kelly, we're going to leave room for you since you were day one. So, Kelly, the number's there. All you got
Kelly.
Like people said, just text.
I hope you're coming on here to rip Shelby a new butthole.
Listen,
If
y'all
she
know
don't
how
talk
I
about
feel
your Jackson
about
State
my
team.
school. Y'all know how I feel about my school and anybody else.
All right.
It's
So
really
Kelly,
UGA. Else.
All right, Kelly, the last one. Kelly, the last one. Then we're gonna play one more clip that we have because we end the show normally where you have the right. I'm gonna show the very first. You have the right to remain silent. That's what the segment was called initially. But once we saw that, somebody ain't gonna say something stupid that goes nationwide all the time, we wanted to make it more universal where we can go a lot of different avenues with just you have the right. So Kelly, we're waiting on you. You're the last one. We're gonna give you an opportunity because again, you've been with day one. She was at our 100 show actually. She came to Nancy's Pizza with her sister. So we got love for the twins. Yeah, her sister Kimberly. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly,
here she is. Here she is, Kelly Nicole. Kelly Carroll,
our Secretary of Education.
What's
Why
going
everybody
on?
trying to? Okay, y'all. Everybody keeps trying to get me like
there you go.
against Shelby, and it's not like it's
Shelby
all
versus
love. I
Kelly.
don't know
Let's
where
go.
y'all get that from. Y'all in this fight culture.
You ain't gonna let it happen, Kelly.
Huh?
You ain't gonna let it happen.
No.
Okay.
Y'all about peace. Y'all about peace now, Kelly.
Listen, Kelly needs
say
all.
this, y'all going say.
Kelly is a teacher. She needs all of our prayers and all of our peace.
All
okay.
of them. I went back a couple of days
Yeah,
ago, y'all.
school about to start back up too. This was a short summer vacation.
It was.
Well, we thank you, Kelly, for being a loyal fan from day one. Actually, I saw the episode that you came on and where you kind of when you come on, you kind of show passion like that. That's the one thing that Shelby lacks at times. But you when you come on, you show compassion because like I know you and Coach were going at it when Valley and Jackson State played each other this past football season. The coach was talking trash, and I'm just thinking you're gonna come on and lay them out. But then you were kind of like you had grace and mercy, and we don't like that kind of stuff. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just
why
playing.
y'all think I'm just gonna be like shade machine? I'm not.
Now you be like you go for it on the chat line, and then when you come on, you like this gentle giant, So
I know. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah. Congratulations, guys, for 200 episodes. I just wanted to tell y'all that. I just want to get on here real quick.
Well, we appreciate you and thank you so much. Keep on watching and tell your twin we said hello. Okay.
Oh, I will.
All right.
Thank you, Kelly.
All right. Bye, guys.
Kelly.
Now Joe Black was trying to get on, but he just got ghost. I was gonna let him on.
He had to go. He had birthday.
He just came on. I was about to bring him on. Serious. I saw it, but like literally 5 seconds ago, he was trying to get on. He was in his car somewhere. So Joe, we'll let you on. I'm gonna show this last clip for you have the right. That red, he made it iconic. I actually did one on LeVar Ball, but I couldn't go after. I couldn't put it on after what Red did. This was a classic moment in the Red and Red Sports Show where you have the right. Check it out. Check it out. This is our inaugural edition of The Right to Remain Silent. This is where we're going to call out a couple of people where they just need to be quiet.
Therefore, they have the right to remain silent.
The first person, the first subject in this right to remain silent, and boy, does this guy need to exercise his right. Mohamed Sanu, number 2 wide receiver of my Atlanta Falcons. My Atlanta Falcons, who lost the Super Bowl this year. Do you guys know what Mohamed Sanu said recently? This NFL athlete, this big-time wide receiver, part of one of the best offenses in NFL history, part of the Yak Boys, my Atlanta Falcons, had the nerve to suggest the reason the Falcons possibly blew the Super Bowl is because, and believe me, y'all, I cannot make this stuff up.
Oh, here it goes.
Lady Gaga and her halftime show running overtime. Are you freaking kidding me, dog? You, an NFL player. I have never in my life heard of anybody who lost the Super Bowl blaming it on the halftime show. Okay, and let me just break down Mohamed Sanu's numbers. 2 catches for 25 yards, y'all. 2 catches for 25
That's
yards.
Lady Gaga's fault, Red.
No, but the 2 catches were after halftime. You big dummy. They were after halftime. So obviously, your stupid point, you're going to contradict your own stupid point because you didn't show up the first half, Mohamed Sanu. So let me guess. What's the reason you didn't show up the first half? The reason you went catchless in the first half? Was it because the national anthem was sung a little bit too long? Was it because the National Guard saluted to the skies a little too long? That's why you didn't get off to your hot start? Because you obviously said the team had a bad start in the second half. You didn't have a bad start. The only thing you did in the game was at the halftime. So obviously Lady Gaga and her 20-minute halftime show didn't affect you.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. That was classic, man.
I forgot all about that. I had no idea where you were going, real man. I forgot about that.
Oh my God,
man.
that was hilarious.
Oh man, when that joker said was the national anthem too long, the national guard. Man, I almost fell out the seat that day, man. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that was classic.
That was good.
That was
Appreciate that, real. I forgot about that one.
Man, when I read
we have lots of excuses during that Super Bowl loss, man. That was such a bad emotional sports time for all of us.
Oh,
man.
that was funny. I'm in tears. I have laughed too much today.
There goes the definitely. Coach made that classic one week. Oh man. Oh man. Oh my
Appreciate
goodness.
that, real. Thanks for the memories, buddy.
Red looking like Malibu's most wanted. Love you, bro. All right. Well, we're gonna get ready to put a bow. Yes, Kelly remembered that rant right there. That was our first. It was called The Right to Remain Silent, and then we flipped it up, man. But man, that was epic, and I'm intrigued to go back and find some more stuff because the more shows we do, the more it's going to be a bit more difficult to find that kind of stuff. But I've been waiting for him to say playoffs. Oh my goodness! All right, let's get some closing comments and remarks. I'm gonna start with Shelby first. She's the youngest when it comes to time on the show. So, any closing comments that you want to say about the show in general, and maybe about the 200 show, and then anything about the future?
First of all, I have to say thank y'all for inviting me to become a part of the show because it has been the best part of my weekend every Saturday that I'm on. So thank y'all for having me first and foremost. I'm excited. Our Revanite Nation just continues to grow. I think it was Vincent that said, let's go for 200 more. This is hilarious. Today has just been, I don't know if I've laughed this hard in a really long time. And it was fun to go back and look at it. And so I think the future is bright for the Red and Rev Sports Show. I'm excited Syndication is next in case y'all are looking, because we need some sponsors. So if y'all know somebody. But yeah, it's been fun. Thank y'all again for welcoming me. Thank y'all, Revenite Nation, for just keeping me laughing and keeping us engaged for 2 hours. It is a lot to talk for 2 hours about sports, but y'all make it fun.
Good job. All right, Coach. You're the second youngest out of the four, and I know you're not used to hearing youngest associated. But nevertheless, man, what you got to say about the show in general, the 200 show, and the future of the show?
Unfortunately, this is going to be my last show because they that I got the word from the people up top that say they are looking for a younger group to do this. And if I know sports, I should be able to talk sport. But they want younger people under the age of 50. So again, the AARP sponsor did not renew his contract. So now this is my last show. Vincent, I ain't got you good yet. It's coming.
Today is his day, man. Go ahead, Cole.
And the riders that we looking now. You look for 300. When you get to 300, you say, "Wow, what a compliment!" And I guarantee you, there's going to be a lot of changes by the time we get to 300. Not bad changes, but good changes, because we advance as the show advances. So we went from the two of y'all cramped up in your daddy's study, cramped up even worse in the study, to being spread out, and now to I say this, and now we're all separate because of the new technology, and hopefully, things get better. Vincent, I can't stand him.
Vince, you
Coach
make
was
Coach
coming.
cuss, man.
Wait a minute.
Oh, man.
The coach was coming in with something nice, and then Vincent
Oh,
with the
man.
AARP contract, and I lost it.
Oh, man. All right, Red, man. Your thoughts about the show, this 200 show, and the future of the show?
For real, I could talk forever. I'm so proud of this moment right now. 200 up. Shoot, like an infinity amount left to go. Like everybody said, I had no idea what was happening, what was going to happen when you came to me with this idea. And to look back at it now and to see where we are today, like I say, we started out, the coach said we started out cramped up in your dad's office. Well, actually, we started out cramped up in my mom's sunroom upstairs. So that's where the first 2 episodes started out. And then we moved to Rev's, I think, Dr. Reverend Harris's office. And then we moved upstairs to our new studio. Like I said, like Coach said, the show just keeps evolving. We just keep evolving with time. Like I say, we make it to episode 300. I'm sure we're going to have even more involvement and advances. I'm so proud of all the guest stars we have. I'm so proud of all of my co-hosts. I'm so proud of all the topics we cover, all of the laugh out loud moments, the humor more so, because it's one thing to have knowledge, but to deliver the knowledge in an entertaining and humorous manner, that's what brings the crowd into us. We're not so super serious all the time. We're not sitting up here preaching all the time. We're not trying to kick knowledge or drop knowledge. We're trying to bring understanding, expertise, and just genuine relationship feelings to the show. And like I say, I think it's been a huge success with or without the sponsors. The sponsors, we would love to have some sponsors, but even without sponsors, just the amount of people we've been able to reach, the amount of people who come on the show and say that they look forward, that their Saturdays have changed because they look so forward to seeing us and waiting on us on a Saturday basis. That type of criticism, that type of positive and emotional feedback probably means more to me than any feedback we can get from any type of big time people. Just, being real to the real people. That's important. And I think those are the people we were trying to reach when we started out from the beginning. So I'm just proud of the progress. I'm proud of the good and bad. moments on the show. I'm just proud of it all. And I just look forward to episode 250, episode 300, and episode 400. Let's keep this thing going. I love talking sports, and I love talking sports with people who know sports and love to make folks laugh themselves, can take and receive, can take and dish out jokes.
Man, that's wonderful, man. And let me just read this real quickly by Thomas Hope, who said to celebrate this show and start my birthday celebration early. I'm about to head to my East Side Palace at Lake Oconee and enjoy some deep fried ribs with some craft beer. And then he said, he'll be finished with it today. Maybe you all could do a show from there. Just let us know, man. We'll try to make it happen. We're like, but let me just share a few things. You know, I give God all the credit for the insight and creativity that he's blessed me with. I never really desired to be a preacher. My desire was to be a basketball coach, ultimately on the collegiate level, and to be an athletic director somewhere. But God moves in mysterious ways. And it was during my coaching career at Mays where I learned the very hard way that it wasn't God's will for me to coach long term, but I always wanted to find some way to engage in sports. And people who follow me on Facebook or my Facebook friends, you all know I've engaged, especially in the years past, in some major debates. I can remember some sports debates that I engaged in like for hours, especially when it comes to Kobe and LeBron, Michael Jordan and LeBron, so forth and so on. I literally spent major hours. So this has been a blessing for me to have this platform to talk what I love, and that is sports. It's very therapeutic for me. It's very difficult at times to be in ministry because you're carrying the load of a lot of other people's problems while you have to deal with your own issues. And therefore, this platform allows me to get away for just a few moments from the issues that other people are dealing with, and even have to deal with my own. So this has been in so many different ways very therapeutic for me. And one of the things, as a coach and Red especially know, I'm always trying to see what I can do to make the show better. I'm always trying to, as Coach would say, he'd been in the lab. And I'll never forget when I discovered StreamYard, and I actually discovered it by way of a function that I had with something that I was doing on my prayer line. And my musician friend introduced me to StreamYard, and that introduction has helped the Red and Rev Sports Show be what it is today. Because you can see, like, I wanted to do a clip on just the bad technology, like all that blurriness that we had back in the day. You know, remember times when we were just filming straight from Facebook Live from our cell phone, not flipping the camera, so the words were backwards and so forth and so on. You know, we don't have to deal with that stuff now. So it's just been a blessing to see how this thing has evolved. I'm thanking God that he aligned the people who were supposed to be a part of the show. I was very strategic in seeking who to bring on the show, when to bring them on the show. And it's just been really wonderful to see how all of these things are materializing. And I think even after what I saw today from some of the personalities that have come in or came on today, I think we're starting to develop a bullpen of people who could be called on to come in, especially if there is the need for somebody to substitute. So this is wonderful, you know, how we're able to have this platform. And as Red alluded to, you know, we don't have to worry about having people come to a home, which can sometimes not be the thing that people want the most or feel comfortable doing. But because of the link, it allows people to be anywhere. And that's the last thing I'm going to say is that's the blessing that this show, that this platform has given us, that you all know I travel quite a bit. And now I can be literally anywhere. As long as they have a functioning internet system, I can be on the show. And that's one of the wonderful things that I thank God about this pandemic. So as I close, let's all remember we're blessed by this platform because of a pandemic. Had there never been a pandemic, we would have never been at this portion of our show and we would not have had the type of show that we have now. So I say that to say, as I'm in rev mode, understand God can use inconveniences, hardships, hard trials as a setup for you to have a hallelujah moment. So don't always think the worst about trying times, times of pain, times of pressure, because God can use those moments to allow you to progress in life. So that's my mini sermonette for the day. I want to thank Red for being open, because you had to say yes. If there was no yes, then we would not have had a Red and Rev Sports Show. I want to thank Coach for being available, and Coach would die if he wasn't on the show anymore, because when he was going through his health trials, he was mad at me because I was the one who wasn't letting him on the show. He wouldn't even talk to me. So I know Coach wasn't telling the truth about this going to be his last day, because Coach would be on a stretcher. He'd be in the hospital on oxygen and still try to do the show, because that's how much he's committed to doing the show. And Shelby, I thought it was going to be a one-time thing when you got on the show, but the chemistry.
Me too. Oh God, did I too?
You know what, Red? It's not your turn to talk. The adults are speaking.
But the instant chemistry that you brought, and then also to have a female voice who's knowledgeable. You know, I ain't all into just getting a pretty face who don't know anything, but the substance that you brought to the table. From
Red, you got one more time. You got one more time.
But the substance that you brought just brings credibility to women. Don't undermine women's sports knowledge. You know, there are some women who know what they're talking about. So, you know, I really appreciate you. And, you know, you've been on a lot more than what I expected. And I ain't complaining about it, because you add another dimension. To be honest, I'll be honest. I enjoy the show better when you're on than it's just the three of us. Be completely honest. And I'm not saying this to butter you up, but I just look forward to it, because I love the interaction that you have with Red in particular. And it just adds another dimension to the show. All right.
Red, can you fix your phone? Like, we tired of looking at the ceiling. Like, put a box behind it.
Hold on, right quick, Coach Shelby. Might say, can I get a 5-piece nugget and a Coke with 2?
It'll be 20 minutes on pies. It'll be 20 minutes on pies.
Go ahead, Coach. Close us out. What you got to say, man?
You talked about the hospital. I remember when I was in there, they had to actually put me in one of those, you know, those CT tubes, whatever that things where you covered and you enclosed. And I ain't never been a fan of closed places, but I said, let me do something. I said, can I have my phone? And guess what I put on?
Ready.
I listen to this show while I'm in here. They said, yeah, go ahead. And I listened to the show, and I said, I'm in there laughing. And one thing that does, boy, and it did for me, it eased any concerns I had with this tube or whatever, what was going on in here, because I didn't trust it. But I said, okay, I'll listen to this and relax. And that was the show when Shelby and Red were going at it. They were the only two on there. And I was just laughing, and my ran up. They said, why is he laughing? And then they heard, they were like, oh, okay. All right, let him listen to it so we can get it over with. I mean, they had me in there for 20 minutes.
Yeah, man.
That's the episode when it was just us two?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When Shelby was the DJ and realized it's a little tougher than
it is. It's a lot harder. Armani, the ice cream machine is down. You already know that.
Oh, man.
This is McDonald's. Hello.
All right. Well, thank you all for
tell Kelly that Shelby didn't rep for Jackson State though.
Fred, I need you to let it go. Like,
okay.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
I'm not gonna take the nation ain't gonna let it go.
Well, we're gonna let it go for today.
We're gonna let it go for today.
We'll come back up. But I want to say thank you all for following my lead as I asked you all to get the clips, get the links, so forth and so on, so I could doctor up the videos. That saved me a lot of time that I realize now I didn't have. and you all dug and got the clips, and I want to say thank you all, and I'm gonna say thank you to some sleep after this show because I'm tired. But anyway, we thank you all. Yeah, we thank you all, Reverend Night Nation. Let's give Reverend Night Nation a hand. Y'all showed up, showed out. Now, Reverend, okay, I was about to say, Coach, you better put them hands together. They're going to have some more old jokes for you.
Oh, boy.
I was
Coach Red,
what
you're going to be in
Armani,
a doghouse again.
that's what I was reading. What Armani said.
Oh, okay. Definitely don't root for Georgia Tech G's down. All right, but with that being said, episode 200 is in the books. Now we press on the upward way for moving closer to 250 and 300 and all of that stuff. And God willing, everybody take care of themselves. We'll be able to see 250 and 300 and looking forward.
Might have to go on the road for 250. What you think?
We'll try to do it. Maybe the pandemic. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But nevertheless.
Armani said Coach and Bennett to hand clap.
All right, Armani. He's about to start clowning Colin Sexton in a minute, Coach. Coach, ask him, was Colin Sexton traded?
On that note, we have to go.
Oh my God, man. Teamwork. Yep, no doubt about it. Thank you, Vincent. And then Thomas said, he go close. I didn't get one in today. Did Coach make the end? With that being said,
we're out.
With that being said, thank y'all for watching episode 200. We'll be back next week with our normal format. Those who missed don't know Coach. He'll be back. Coach's number will be back. Thank y'all so much for blessing us today. See you next week, 11 o'clock.
200 down and 200 more to come.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, y'all.